gorgeous light beings, my healers, my star seeds, my light workers. Welcome back to my channel, the Pleiadian Priestess. Today's reading is going to be about your next date. Very exciting, I know. Let me stop. Your next date, yes, we have 3 options today. And while we have 3 thumbnail images as usual, now we have 3 emoticons, words, whatever you want to call them. I added them because I was trying to spruce up the thumbnail image, and I'm like, let me just find another, emoticon, whatever you want to call it, sticker. It's what they're called for the middle image. And I'm like, okay, it's cute or whatever. So you guys have more than one option for choosing. If you feel called to more than one group, please feel free to do so. But with all that being said, I meant to say, you can choose your group, and as always, I will see you gorgeous people at your reading. If you enjoy the reading, as always, like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. We love to have you. Share if you must. If you do want a reading with me ever, you can always book a reading with me. Use my email in the description box below. But yeah, enjoy the reading. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah. Hello, my gorgeous group ones. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 1 or group 1, however you got here, welcome. Today's reading is going to be about your next date. Now, I realize I haven't done a reading like this before, on this channel, I should say, and I want to get into it, okay, because I've been feeling in like a very, not lovey-dovey mood, but I just want to know what's going on in everyone's love life, child, because mine is so dry, so I'm trying to get nosy. What's coming through for your next date? Who will it be with? What will the date be like? And how will this date come to be? I'm going to use my daily crystal. I mean, we should start with that, shouldn't we, right? How will the date come to be? Okay, we're going to use the daily crystal inspirations to see if they can give us any intel onto how this date will come to be, how you meet them, how you get asked out, what will happen, and that kind of thing. I feel like you're going to enjoy this date. You're going to enjoy spending time with this person because I'm happy to be here, right? They're going to be happy to be there. You're going to be happy to be there. So your next date is definitely going to be very enjoyable. I just heard very memorable. So it's going to be a date to remember. For my group ones, please spare, how will this date come to be? Okay, you have red jasper. Take action. Ooh, juicy. Take action. Then we have rose quartz. Open up your heart. Oh, this is so cute. I wasn't expecting this at all. So there's something here about you're not expecting to be asked out on this date. Something unexpected is going to happen on the date, or yeah, something you weren't expecting, honestly. Or this person, it wasn't someone you were expecting to ask you out. Something like that is coming through, unexpected. Because I know they have these cute crystals in the deck, but for them to actually come out like red and pink, which are the colors of love and passion, like, what do you mean? Whatever do you mean? Like, it's going to be like, oh, really? This is happening right now? Like, I'm really on this date right now. I'm really having fun, enjoying myself. We're connecting on all the same things. There's desire here, red jasper. There's love burgeoning as well. Like, what's going on? Is this my life? Like, really? That vibe is coming through. But this is definitely telling me someone's going to ask you out. Someone's going to take action. That's how this is going to come to be. And I feel like because I didn't expect these cards to come out, them asking you will be unexpected. So you might not have any idea who this person is as of right now. Whether you know them in real life or not. Not real life, excuse me. This could end up being a dream date. Whether you know this person right now or not, it's going to be something out of the blue you weren't expecting, right? So, for example, I just heard that maybe you know this person and you may even like them, right? But at this point, nothing has been happening, and you're like, okay, I'm good. I'm not going to put too much stock into it. I'm not going to obsess over it. I'm going to release it. Whatever happens, happens. Or I'm not interested because they're not showing any interest, right? And then all of a sudden, as soon as you let it go, here they come knocking on your door. Like, hey, I want to take you out. And they're finally taking action after you kind of let the whole situation go. And you're kind of like, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting this, right? Or you're walking down the block and someone stops you and says you're very beautiful. And you're like, okay, thank you. And this happens really often sometimes. But you're kind of like not thinking anything of it. But they ask you on a date, like, would you mind like grabbing a drink sometime? You're like, oh, really? And it's like you weren't expecting to be stopped that day. You weren't expecting to be asked out on a date. And then the date actually goes well, especially if you're going into this date blind, not knowing the person at all. It's going to be like, wow, like, we're getting along really well. Things are going great. You're actually attractive. Because rarely do you ever get approached by me, I should say, but out in the wild, rarely do you ever get approached by someone. So there's attraction here, sorry. Rarely do you ever get approached by someone who's like attractive, that you find attractive, right? You're being approached by the dusty crusties. Your territory is being encroached on. You're kind of like, I'm not interested, but thank you for the compliment. This is actually going to be somebody who's like, oh, wait, this person's really cute. Yeah, I didn't go out. What you mean, right? And that's like where the surprise comes from. But this entails someone taking action towards you, right? Passionate action. Okay, I'm hearing affirmative action. That's funny. Anyway, and then we have rose quartz, open up your heart. So this will require you to open your heart, especially if you've been very down on your luck when it comes to love, it's not happening, no, stuff like that. And it's going to be very surprising. This rose quartz crystal is kind of giving me a lollipop. I don't know why. It's my greedy big back again. It's coming through. I mean, even this is kind of giving lollipop, but no, it's just something about this. Put a stick on the bottom and tell me it's not giving a blow pop. Stop playing in my face. It really is. So there could be something like childlike or sweet or addictive about this, or wiring. Because you know how candy makes you wired, a lot of sweets, right? Something like that. Excitable energy. This date is going to have you giggling, happy, kicking your feet, feeling like a child again, you know? This rose quartz right here. Because they're not going to tell me it doesn't look like a lollipop, okay? So this date comes to be by someone outside of yourself taking action towards you. Like I said, whether you know this person or not. I just got that scenario about you, liking someone, they haven't really been showing any interest, and all of a sudden, as soon as you're like, I'm going to let it go. As soon as you do that, now all of a sudden, oh, you want to go out? That kind of thing, But, yeah, this has nothing to do with you, or you won't have to do anything. On this date, before this date, this person just comes to you at this point. And not this question, that's funny. This person's going to be very inquisitive, asking you a lot of questions. This date or opportunity is asking you to open up your heart with the rose quartz coming through. Okay, so we got that out of the way. That's how it comes to be. Let's see what's it going to be like, or who this person is. We'll get about who this person is. All right. I might use this deck here, because this deck has, signs and stuff in it. We'll see what comes through. You have distance. This person could live at a distance, or you go a long distance for the date. And then at the bottom of that, we have patience. Just a few more months. Good things come to those who wait. So your next date could be coming up in the next few months. Okay, but it says you or your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. Now, for those of you where this person is emotionally distant and you may know them already, you're kind of waiting for them to make the move. Don't do anything. Leave them alone. Brush them off. Go about living your life, and this person will find the way to you. I'm hearing this could be a multiple date situation where, obviously, if you go on one date with someone, it may lead to more dates, but I feel like a lot of people could be asking you on dates over the next few months. So your next date, which is coming through right now, would be only one of a few coming through or coming up, okay? So who will they be dating next? Who will this next date be with, please? Spirit, give us some tea. I want to know more. Who will this next date be with? Distance coming out again. Oh my gosh. Someone you're at a distance with? Ew. Someone who could be visiting your city, because I'm hearing In My City by New West. In my city. I feel at home. Okay, so this person could be visiting your city where you feel at home, right? And they're kind of out of sorts, out of place, and they ask you out, do you want to show me around the city? That kind of thing. That sounds cute. You want to show me around your city? Right, where you feel at home, show me what you love most about your city, kind of thing. This person could be thinking about moving to your city, and they're kind of show me your favorite places. Why should I move here? You know what I mean? And then, of course, the more y'all start talking, all this kind of stuff, if they go and do move back or go back home where they come from, they might think, oh, you're one of the good things that could be or it could come from moving to the city, right? So you may end up being a part of their decision. This is so cute. Like, if I move here, she's here, or he's here, they're here. So now I gotta move here a little bit, a little extra incentive, right? I'm hearing sprinkle, sprinkle. So something about that could be coming through. At the bottom of the deck, we have caution. Find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. And then we have fire signs. This person could be a fire sign. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? But there's something here about, like I said, and then we have intimacy. Ooh, juicy. Sexual chemistry reminiscing. So this could be someone you know, especially with that distance card coming through. For some of you, not everybody, right? It's going to be someone that's at a distance from you right now, emotionally or physically, okay? And they're going to be asking you on a date, taking action, right? And it's going to be calling for you to open up your heart, or they're going to be talking to you, opening up their heart to you. Like, can you, like, tell me what's wrong? What can I do better? Stuff like that. I'm getting that kind of vibe, wanting to work on things. This person's, like, a very open person as well. Like, I'm hearing open to constructive criticism, right? And then at the bottom of that, we have challenges. Make a decision, work on inner healing. This person could be doing that right now, or you could be doing that right now. If you already know this person that you're going to go on the next date with, of course, that means they're working on themselves right now, okay? But I'm getting a little new vibe for some of you, right? Okay? So you could know this person already, but if you're still in the getting to know me phase, right? Okay? I'm getting an example because there was like this guy, right, that I knew from high school that like DM'd me the other day, and I'm like, oh, hi, and he's like, oh yeah, I might be visiting, New York. Would you want to link up? And I'm like, we were never really friends. I thought he was cute when I knew him when he was younger, you know what I mean? But he never like recognized me, or even not knew I was there, because we obviously ended up following each other. But it was kind of like, I think he was like a year older than me in school, and I'm like, oh, okay. But he was cute, had a little crush on him, didn't know I existed, so in that romantic sense. And for you to be DMing me years later, I'm like, oh, hi, like, that's weird. So it's kind of giving, even if you do know this person, we have never talked for the past, like, 10, 11 years. And for you to just come out of the blue, like, hey, like, would you want to see me if I were to come to New York? I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, maybe, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. That's what I'm getting right now for this situation. So even if you do know them, it doesn't have to be an ex, right? It could just be someone you knew from your childhood, someone you knew, met once upon a time, and you're coming back around to maybe thinking about going out with them. They're coming back around to thinking about you for whatever reason, right? That's kind of what I'm getting in this instance here. I'm like, I know him. Like, I know his name. I know his face. But at this point, I haven't spoken to him, when he popped back up, in years. I don't know what he's doing, where he's going, what he's been doing all this time, kind of energy. So it's like, I know him, right? But I don't know him, okay? So for those of you who may be worried that this is someone, from my past, no, it could be someone from your past, or this guy is from my past, but I really don't know him. So dating him or seeing him would be completely new, okay? There we go. That may have needed to, come through for somebody out here in these streets. And then here we have give it time, everything in divine timing, let things flow. So like I said, I do feel like you letting go of this person and like giving it some space and not obsessing over it is going to allow it to come in more. Don't do anything, please. Whether it's someone you like, you don't care about love right now, you're looking for love right now, do not approach anyone, do not say anything, leave things be, right? Just live your life, do what you need to do, and everything will come in divine time. Like when you're not looking for things, that's usually when it finds you. It's giving me an example of when I was looking for something. So I could be looking for something like my lip gloss and I can't find it. And as soon as I don't need it, it wants to pop up. And I'm like, I don't even need you anymore, right? Like, I'm glad that I found you, but where were you when I actually needed you? Kind of thing. So you may end up finding this person or getting into this situation, after not even looking for it anymore, That's just something I'm hearing to say. So take it with a grain of salt. You could still obsess or whatever, but I'm being told to tell you it's coming in divine timing. And just let it go, right? Whether you're looking for love right now or not. Okay, now let's move on. Bro, why would you do that? Ugh, these hard sometimes. Okay, now we're gonna get more into what this date will be like. I do want to get more about who though. So maybe some of you are still curious. Okay, so who is this person? that they're going to go on a date with. That clarifies that for me. We have Page of Pentacles. Yeah, someone you don't know well, someone you want to get to know more. It's giving a little bit of a getting to know me. You know, I'm hearing I'm good at wasting time. I think lyrics need to rhyme, and you're not asking, but I'm trying to grow a mustache. I eat cheese, but only on pizza, please. And sometimes on a homemade quesadilla. Otherwise, it smells like feet to me. And I basically introducing me from Camp Rock 2, where Nick, yeah, you see, and there was distance in that movie, in that connection, but it wasn't that much distance. So basically, okay, Nick was at Camp Rock, and the girl he liked was at camp, whatever the heck they named that camp that opened up across the lake from them. You see, there was distance, there was tensions in the camp, but they still found time to get to know each other. And he was the one making all the advances. He was going to find her. I think in that exact scene where he's singing that song, he sneaks into the camp to find her and sings a song introducing me to her, okay? Okay, really cute, really cute. So there could be something here about rivals, okay? Because I think she was the daughter of the person who ran the opposite camp, and he was the nephew of the person who ran Camp Rock. So it was kind of like family issues, family back and forth, so that kind of thing is coming through. That could resonate for somebody here, not for everyone, of course, but it's like introducing me. You're introducing yourself to someone, they're introducing themselves to you. So someone you only know vaguely, not that well, not at all, okay? Now it says, when life gives you lemons, make enchanted lemonade. This is definitely someone who's going to go after something that they want, okay? They see a coin on the street and it's a pretty coin, they're going to pluck it up and put it in their pocket. If they see a pretty woman, a pretty man, they're going to stop and give them a compliment. That kind of, I'm hearing respectfully, of course, right? But this person can be an earth sign. We have Virgo, we have Taurus, and we have Capricorn with the Page of Pentacles coming through. This person could be younger than you. For some of you, because pages are very young energies, or someone who is still developing themselves, or, you know, talking about what I was saying with the patience, or it was one of these cards. Hey, stop playing in my face. One of these cards here. It says, make a decision, work on inner healing. That's what I was talking about. This card here. This person could be still trying to find themselves, and that's something about who they are, okay? But this person that kind of gives me startup, entrepreneur, you know, make $1 out of 15 cents kind of person, a hustler or mentality, okay? What else can you tell me about their person? These are the last cards I would say. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. It's kind of feeling alone and adrift. So this person could be like, you know, feeling very lonely, not having many friends now, and you know, asking you on a date could be them trying to rebuild their community in some kind of way. This could also mean someone you kind of left out in the cold, in the dust, someone you're not thinking about, not worried about, you know, don't care about anymore, kind of thing. And they're kind of feeling very lonely, okay? This is kind of giving me loner energy, okay? So someone who doesn't really feel like they fit in with everyone else. And then here we have Six of Pentacles, but they are a really nice, generous person, okay? So maybe this person, there's something here about them being like a little bit of an outcast or more quiet maybe. And this person's kind of like, but also not quiet because they take action when necessary. So this person could be an earth sign with fire placements, and their fire placement kind of take over when they see something they want, right? And that comes to like, you know, working or relationships, you know, trying to rebuild their community. The Five of Pentacles is also feeling displacement, so they could move somewhere new. And they're new, like I said, in the city or wherever you guys live, wherever you guys meet. And it's kind of like, do you want to go out? I want to get to know you better kind of thing. Like, what's your favorite place in the city, or your favorite place to eat? Like, this is my favorite food. Where would you say is the best place to get this, you know? Stuff like that, cute stuff like that. But the Five of Pentacles says nothing is ever hopeless as it seems. So this person may be a little down on their luck, but they're not down and out yet. They're not hopeless. They're still, you know, moving towards something. And there is some hope left because, like I said, she's outside cold. Like, it's snowing, girl. Where's your snow boots and where's your jacket? It's crazy right now, okay? And she's like, I don't know. I just moved. I didn't know it was going to be this cold. And I'm like, please. Okay, excuses. Anyway, yeah, and then she like sees this house there, and she's like running towards the house. So maybe you may be like a little bit of like a salvation in their storm, or it's like kind of like giving me finding water in a desert. So it's like they're feeling alone or sad or thirsty, and then they're walking and walking and walking, and all of a sudden they see you, and you're the water in the desert. You're the safety shelter in the storm. That kind of energy is coming through. So this person's feeling very alone or on their own right now. And then we have the Six of Pentacles, but they're very nice and they're very generous, and there's someone who likes to give a lot of themselves. Okay. I want one more card though for who this person could be. We have more Pentacle sign coming through. They're a very grounded individual, okay? They have a good head on their shoulders. They could be someone who's very like practical, someone who's very reliable, okay? Can I get one more card for who this person is they're going on a date with, please, Spirit? They're very generous, they like to give. They do believe in equal, give and take, right? So they're gonna pay for the date, but you gotta come looking cute. Let me stop. That's literally all you have to do. Like, they're paying for the date, but all you have to do is come looking cute, and that's an equal energy exchange for you there, okay? Because there was this thing that was coming on TikTok that I saw like a month or two ago, where a girl, it could have been even longer because the months are going by so fast, guys, but she was basically saying how girls get upset when guys take them yeah, that was right, to cheap places, because it takes a lot of time for women to get ready for dates. They have to do makeup, clothes, they gotta look cute, and they're gonna get cute to go to Cheesecake Factory or whatever the example they were using. I'm like, people are so annoying. But I can understand as a female who does get ready for dates and puts a lot of time into her appearance, but it's like, it's not even about that. It's not about what you do. It's the quality of the person and the date you're going on. You can be going to a freaking coffee shop and it's the best that you ever had, and it's because it's the company, not the place you go. That's where they kind of get things mixed up. This person's like, all you gotta do is bring your pretty little face, right? That's enough energy exchange for me. I'm not expecting you to pay for anything. I'm not expecting you to do anything, but I'm paying for your time. That sounds wrong, man. That sounds wrong when I say I'm paying for your time, but just to be in your presence and to have your undivided attention, I'm taking you out and treating you to something, right? So this person's definitely, I'm hearing treasure. That is what you are. So Treasure by Bruno Mars is coming through. You're my golden star, and I bet you can make my wish come true if you let me treasure you. So this person is definitely looking, and stop. Let me finish the sentence. This person is definitely looking for someone to like pour into, to give into, to not feel so lonely. This person feels lonely, not saying desperate for love, not saying, oh my gosh, they need it so bad, but they're feeling a little lonely right now in life, and they want a companion, right? And just enough to pay for someone. The way I keep saying it sounds wrong to me. Dating is, for the most part, an energy exchange, okay, where in this day and age, or even back in the days, men were required to put out money for a woman's time. Now, we're not talking about it in a raunchy old way, okay? We're talking about it in a equal energy exchange way. By you spending time with me, I want to treat you to something, so you're not just coming for no reason, okay? Oh boy, this person can have like a little bit of like a naughty mind, or you do, because I'm like trying to say something innocent and it's like turning dirty in my mind, okay? But anyway, and I just realized that we have the 5 and then the 6 of Pentacles. So this person's on an upward progression in their life. They could have gone from, not having that much money to making a little bit more money now, and now they kind of want to give back and be generous to other people. Now, let's get one more card, please, for your person. They're moving on from feeling like displaced to now being in a place. Because look, she's outside, right? And now she's in a house. If you don't stop playing the fool. Okay. One more card, please. So you don't want to come out. That's fine, I guess. That's all we needed to know about this person. Ooh, maybe not. We have the Devil card, Toxic Witches. Be cautious of those who take more than they give. Look at that. This person could be overcoming that kind of energy. This person was sick of being around that kind of energy, and it took them having to move out of their comfort zone to find some kind of comfort with the 6 of Pentacles here, right? Because here in the toxic witches, we have someone who's feeling alone in a room full of people, and that's what I was talking about. It's like playing along that same vein of this person feeling lonely and not wanting to feel lonely anymore. You know what I mean? There's something about you being a beacon of hope, beacon of light, or something like that to kind of get them out of their funk. There's something about them seeing you, being around you, experiencing you that kind of took them out of their misery for a little bit. You know, that's what I'm getting from these cards bunched all together. Now, the next card we have is Queen of Pentacles. Oh, we love this. Maybe this person could be going from a Page of Pentacles to a Queen of Pentacles, because it kind of seems like we're getting a progression here in the cards. We have a Page, 5, you know, not really settled, you know, still looking for things, still working their way up the ladder, right? I'm hearing corporate ladder, so this person could be a corporate person. And then we have Six of Pentacles, finding a little bit of, you know, ground, covering some ground, having a little bit more money to give now, you know, being able to date, being able to afford to date. Because if you broke, you should not be out here dating, child. I feel like that's the honest to God truth. If you don't have money to be going on a date every week or so, on top of like paying for bills and having this and whatever else expenses you have, don't be dating out here, because it's gonna be the struggle bus. It's gonna be the struggle bus, and nobody wants financial problems on top of high stakes emotions that comes with dating. Like, please save yourself and other people the risk, and just be like, you know what I mean, you can take a break, you know what I mean, or just be honest up front about that. Okay, say, I can't really afford to date right now, I'd love to, but if there's other things we could do to spend time with each other, cool. But like I said, that will always be a little bit of a burden there. So this person could be single to Queen of Pentacles or not, because this is supposed to be about them. So this person may have found their way a little bit, you know what I mean? And now we have a Queen of Pentacles, and it says, there's no need to sacrifice, you can have it all. Interesting. This person could have gone from sacrificing a lot to not having to sacrifice much. Let's see what this next card is. Trying to move them out of the way so you get like a little bit of view of each of them as they kind of come and go. We went over those. Now move them to the side, okay? And the next card we have is a Knight of Cups. So there is progression. There's a lot of progression in this person's life or who they are as a person, right? And that kind of ties into the whole caution, take time for inner healing, or whatever was coming through earlier, right? Because we have a Page of Pentacles, which turned into Queen of Pentacles, and we had a Page of Cups, or Page of Pentacles, and now we have a Knight of Cups. So we went from a page to a knight, okay? So this person's in the process of maturing, I would say, okay? This person could have recently come into money, or they will be coming into money when they find you. When they find you, when they meet you, they're going to be coming into money. They just recently did. Now they can afford to date. That's funny. But a Knight of Cups is someone who has a crushy crush, okay? It's a developed crush now. It's someone who's met you, who's known you, and now they have a little bit of crush. Or this person can kind of be a hopeless romantic. It's a Knight of Knight of Cups is a hopeless romantic card. Now it says, romanticize the present moment every chance you get, okay? This is definitely someone who's like, even if they're a man, I should say, they're going to be going home, kicking their feet after every day. Like, oh my gosh, is she even real? Did I just meet that person? That kind of thing is coming through, right? Someone who's going to be very open with their emotions and liking you. They're going to be very upfront, okay? I'm getting a little bit of a Knight of Wands when it comes to this person showing their emotions, right? Okay, and this person truly does romanticize their life as the hopeless romantic that they are, okay? Because everyone who's a hopeless romantic thinks they're going to walk outside one day and they're going to meet the love of their life, meet cute moment, and then it's going to turn into the whole montage of falling in love, talking on the phone, will you be my girlfriend, will you be my boyfriend, that kind of thing. Now we're dating and we're moving forward, getting serious and meeting each other's parents, stuff like that, you know? This person thinks of those things quite often. That's the hopeless romantic in them, and I feel like when they meet you, it's going to give like eureka moment, light bulb moment, water in the desert moment. That's her, that's him. Go after them. And then that leads to them taking action, opening up their heart with these two cards up here, okay? Now, let's remove these cards and get into what the date will be like. That's what we're here for. Sorry it took so long to get here, but we made it, okay? What will the date be like, please, Spirit? Bruh. These cards stressing me out. Okay, that was a horrible knock. Give it to thank you. My group ones, please spirit, what will their next date be like? We have judgment. Yeah, like an awakening, like something you've been waiting to happen your whole life, you know? Something you've been waiting for your whole life is what this day is going to be giving, okay? It's kind of like fated event, fated moment. That's what judgment gives. Here we have the Hermit. So I think you're going to be just you and this person on this date, okay? It could also be an at-home date, or it could be like an over-the-phone date, right? That's very funny. Over-the-phone date, like FaceTime maybe. I just heard COVID-19, so somebody could get sick for the first date and have to do it online instead. What will their next date be like, please, Spirit? What will their next date be like? Okay, nothing. We have the Ten of Swords. A little stressful. This may be your first and last date with this person. The Ten of Swords always gives me that. Ten of Swords is a painful ending. Like you were backstabbed, you were betrayed, that kind of thing. Interesting. You know what this is giving me? You could get stood up on this next date. How ghetto. Disgusting. You could get stood up because the Hermit is being by yourself. And the Ten of Swords is like you feel betrayed or backstabbed. I wish somebody would stand my group ones up. Wow. Interesting. Okay, what will this date be like, please, Spirit? We have the Star. And I don't like this. We have the Moon and the Stars. Oh my gosh. And then we have the Hierophant. Very interesting. Okay, let me get back on track. What will this date be like? Very introspective, a lot of questions. It's giving a little bit philosophic. It is giving a little healing, okay? It's giving, not introspective, but it's like digging. Someone asking the important question, trying to figure out who you are, why you've been single, what are you looking for. That's what the Hermit card is actually giving me, okay? The Virgo card is also someone who's paying a lot of attention to detail, right? This could be someone who's very highly spiritual because we have the Judgment and then we have the Moon and we also have the Hierophant here. So someone who's like looking for actual commitment and they're asking the right questions, okay? This could be someone who tells they just got out of a connection or they were really hurt from their past connection. That's something that could be coming through for this person. And it's giving, we have a few archetypes coming through. The Hierophant is a person. The Moon isn't really a person, I would say. The Hermit is a person. So we have a Hermit and then we have a Hierophant coming through here. So we have a Taurus and we have a Virgo. Earth sign energy coming through, which kind of plays into what came through for who this person is. They were given Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles vibe, okay? So this person could be coming through as the Hermit or they could be coming through as a Hierophant card here. The Hermit is someone who is still a little closed off or protective of themselves and their energy. There's someone who is still kind of in a solitary, as it says on her sweatshirt, state. Like, I'm on my own, it's me against the world kind of mentality, which is why this is going to be a pivotal event with the Judgment card coming through here, because it's going to show you that someone actually wants something serious and they're kind of like, I'm hearing matching your freak. I love that. I need somebody with a good technique, okay? Is somebody going to match my freak, right? Like as Tinashe said, Pillow's talking about my throat raspy. So somebody's here throat could be raspy. Somebody's voice could be raspy. Yours or your person's. How sexy. But anyway, this could lead to a nightcap potentially. I'm not getting that a big vibe, but since that song is coming through, like I've been a nasty girl, nasty, like period. It could lead to for some of you, right? Others of you are going to still be a little too closed off or a little skeptical of this person coming in. Now, the Judgment card is Scorpio energy. So this person could be a Scorpio. There's going to be Scorpionic vibes going on, which is 8th house, which is the nasty that you be, you know, two I wanted to say humans. I'm going to fix that with 2 consenting adults, dude. Okay? And the Hermit card was kind of giving me at somebody's house. So this could definitely be like a hookup, right? But they kind of wine and dine you first and foremost. You guys, I'm getting candlelit dinner. They cook you dinner. You come over to their house. And like you guys are playing games, asking questions. And it kind of gets to the nasty, freaky, deaky, nasty, wasty. Okay? That's what the Hermit card is giving me. As well as the Judgment card. It's going to be a very pivotal date. It's going to be something you remember, a good date, or I'm not getting really bad. But I think this Ten of Swords is giving an important pivotal ending in your life of maybe not trusting people, because then we did have the open up your heart. So you're going to be very open with this person, that bit of intimacy. Once you're intimate with someone in the emotional sense where you lay yourself bare, it's very ghetto, right? And it could be the end of you not doing that with other people. You know what I mean? But it says hurt people, and hurt witches, okay? So it could be a sense of you still being hurt or betrayed by something, or your person still being hurt and betrayed by something, okay? Very interesting vibes coming through. But I love how we have, in the Hermit card, we have the drapes, okay? It's kind of giving me like a canopy bed, if you will. Or I think a canopy is the one where you put stuff on it and there's like drapes. Yeah, I think a canopy bed is coming through. So you or this person can have a canopy bed. So if you have one, that's confirmation that the day could be happening at your house. If you don't have one, it could mean they have one, okay? But we have the drapes here, and the drapes have hearts on them. So even though you may be a little solitary and standoffish, this person's going to be studying you. And the fact that we have her phone here and she's worried about something else, it's definitely giving focus on your person. They're focused on you, okay? That vibe is coming through very heavily here with this Hermit card energy. And like I said, Virgos are very attention to detail is going to be a thing as well. Now, we have we went through that already. We have the Star. This is like after going through a painful ending in this connection with this person or previous to this person. We have hope. We have hope, right? Have faith that healing is in the forecast, right? So I think this is this person telling you about their healing, journey, their story arc, or you telling them about yours. I feel like I'm getting a bit of both. There's reciprocity coming here, especially the Six of Pentacles coming through for your person. They want to know more about you. They're going to be asking a lot of questions, especially this is going to be confirmed by the Hermit card coming through here with Virgo. They want to know everything about you, This is someone who's remembering the small things. If you tell them I'm allergic to this, they're going to remember that, If you tell them I can't eat that or I don't like this, they're going to be remembering that. If you're telling them that I'm looking for this, and that, they're going to remember that, okay? This is someone who is paying a lot of attention to you, okay? But the Star card here is giving Aquarius vibes, so somebody Aquarius could be coming through. So far we have Scorpio, we have Virgo, and then we have Aquarius energy coming through with this card here. And there is something healing about this date. You're going to be feeling very healed, very hopeful at the end of it or during it, okay? Maybe you don't really have high hopes going into it, especially if this is someone, for a small bit of you, who has hurt you before in the past. You're not going to have high hopes that this will even go anywhere or be good at all, but you're still going to be hopeful, or there's going to be some hope restored, during this date. Okay. This is also kind of giving me topics about I'm hearing deep cellular healing. So there is going to be a lot of talk about what you've been through, and like, I don't want to, not trauma bonding, but that's a good comparison to what you guys will be doing. Sorry. That's going to be a good comparison, trauma bonding, saying what you've gone through and what this person's gone through. And you could realize that you've gone through the same things and you don't want to continue that cycle of going through ghetto dates or relationships or situationships. And you guys come to a bit of an understanding, okay? I heard look at the bottom of the deck. What's at the bottom of the deck? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Didn't I mention this, Heffa? I did. This person's going to want to take the slow, methodical steps to a connection, dating more, being friends first. They don't want to rush into anything or make you feel uncomfortable, okay? For you and for them. They don't want to get hurt either. Just to remember that when you're dating people. They don't want to get hurt just as much as you don't want to get hurt, okay? Then we have the Hierophant. You guys could discuss being in a serious connection, looking for the same things in the long run. But the Hierophant says tradition is important, but it doesn't have to be everything. And this is so badly giving me maybe sleeping with someone on the first date. Like, tradition is cute, no kissing on the first date, 3-month rule, 6-month rule, whatever you want to call it. But when it comes to a connection where it feels like you have like soul ties and it's like so deep, like who especially the Moon card here, who wants to wait that long? This person's gonna lay you bare emotionally. And like I said, once those emotions start oozing out and someone is holding space for your emotions and they're being the same, like they're being vulnerable in return, it's very tricky. It's very tricky, okay? So if you're not into that, do not agree to a date at this person's house, because I'm telling you, Once emotions start flowing, the faucet is not going to turn off, right? I'm warning you now, okay? I'm not really getting them. And yes, guys, stop playing in my face. All these cards have somebody at the house. And the judgment card, we have somebody in their house out the window telling you, come on up, the code is this. Here we have somebody in the bed. Okay. Somebody in their house. Okay. You in this person's backyard. This could be like stargazing as well. It's going to be a date where you're not surrounded by a bunch of people. It's going to be you and just them. So whether it's going to be a date, a picnic, somewhere out in the field, watching the stars in the sky, talking, like, guys, this is like, I'm getting so badly movie moment. Like, we see the date happen in the movie. You know, it doesn't have to be the most glamorous date ever, because not all the, you know, movies about dating is going to be about glamorous dates. No, something as simple as driving far out somewhere. They have a truck, they put a blanket and pillows, you guys are just staring at the sky, talking about the stars, talking about yourselves, talking about the past, talking about what you want for the future. Something about this date is going to spark some hope back into you guys. And she's like holding herself because she kind of feels like her content spilling out. Like, why are you opening up so much? Why are you being so vulnerable? Because this is what needs to happen, right? Not needs to, but it's going to happen on the day, I'm telling y'all. That's it. Period. Okay? But it's kind of giving me like stargazing, like, but you by yourself, okay? Feeling all these feelings, feeling laid bare, stuff like that. And then we have the Hierophant card, which is kind of like advice. It's also tradition. It's also someone who's very spiritual as well. So you could be finally meeting your spiritual equal even, okay? But like, yeah, this tradition is important, but it doesn't, everything is definitely giving knocking boots, bumping uglies. Whatever you want to call it, and it's something that you may not do. You know, you've never slept with someone on the first date, or whatever you want to call it, and it's something that you feel called to do on this date. Don't do it if you don't have to, you know, if you don't want to. But just, you know, and of course, be safe, okay? Protect yourself, all that good stuff, emotionally and physically. Stop playing out here. And that's kind of what's going to be coming through, okay, on this date. To end it off with the moon, and the moon didn't want to come out in reverse, just for reference. I keep getting that when I look at it. It was in reverse. Because the moon uprising sometimes scare people when it's like secrets and hidden feelings and hidden depths of something. It's giving deep. I'm trying to come up with a systematic approach to love you and let you go. I'm hearing that song by Julia Michaels, right? But you're clouding up my judgment every time you give me chills when you look at me like that. Na, 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 na. Nobody's ever loved me this deep, 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 deep. And then she says, somebody left me feeling empty. And somebody ripped me at the seams, but you're bringing back all my feelings. Exactly! You're bringing back all of my feelings. I'm deep diving into your emotion. And sometimes I think I might be lost or all in, but you're bringing back all my feelings. Oh my freaking gosh, exactly. Deep by Julia Michaels. She's like, somebody left me feeling empty, and somebody had ripped me at the seams. But you here, sir or madam, are bringing back all of my feelings with the star card. Like, all of what I thought a date should be, what I thought love should be, what I thought falling in love should feel like. You're bringing back all of those feelings. Oh, this is beautiful. Ew! Like, I feel that ishy, gishy, icky kind of love. Like, you're just overcome with feelings and emotions. Like, you know, you're swept away, right? Which is why I wouldn't be surprised if it leads to something more. But like I said, if that's something that you're looking for, be careful. And don't go back to somebody's house or agree to meet at their house, period. Okay. But like I was saying with the moon in reverse, I don't even pull from the crows. I'm just sitting here getting lost in the energy. But I'm getting with the moon card coming out in reverse, right? Taking time for deep self-reflection is essential. So that's definitely what's coming through in this connection. And the moon is like journaling. You know, the things you will only tell to your journal and you would never tell another living soul is what you're going to be doing with this person. You're going to be like, I don't usually do this, but and then this happened when I was 15 and you know what I mean? And And it's gonna be like, I don't usually do this, but you know what I mean? And with the Hermit and the deep self-reflection coming through in the moon, that's definitely the vibe that I'm getting. Now I want to close out this reading with some cards from the Crow, Urban Crow Oracle. This one wants to come out. We have mimicry, whatever. I think it's Cree, okay? Because I'll always remember, I'll never forget how somebody corrected me in the comments. It's not mimicry, it's mimicry. I think it was on this channel. Huh. And I'm like, okay, Purr, tell me. But that's like when a crow mimics what they say that crows can mimic human words and sounds, right? And it's giving exactly what you're telling them this person's revealing back to you, right? Or it's just giving it and mirroring energy, where how much you open up is how much they open up. What you've been through, they've been through, that kind of thing, okay? So it's gonna be a lot of mirroring on this date. Jesus Christ. And look, I knew this freaking card was gonna come out. We have nights. It's gonna be happening at night. At night. SpongeBob coming through. At night. You can't even see it. How disappointing. How freaking anticlimactic. I'll put it in the part where it's not showing. At night. There we go. We have mimicry and then we have at night. Definite. Ew, I just got a visual. Oh my God. Yo, I'm telling y'all, this is going to lead to some things. Okay? Because I'm getting a visual of, like, you know how in the movies or sometimes when they obviously can't show full butt naked adults getting down and dirty on the screen, they show them under the covers and you just see backs and... backs moving. I'm like, what's going on under there? As a kid, I'm like, that's what I just saw in my mind when I put down mimicry at night. It's definitely giving, like, you know, what they're doing under. Child, I'm trying to explain why it came through. So mimicry is like what you're doing, they're doing, and it's kind of giving when they're on top of you. Oh my gosh, you know what? I'm not even gonna get into it. But you know when you're doing missionary and you know what, you're at the bottom doing, they're at the top doing, you know, because you're trying to. Whatever, you know, trying to get equal amounts of pleasure from this experience. So you under there doing stuff to meet them, they meeting you, and it's kind of like a, you know, motion. Okay, we're going to leave it at that. But that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. As soon as I put these two cards down, that's what came through. So y'all need to get out my mind. I don't like that. Now, here we have influence. Interesting. I don't think I've ever gotten this one. Influence. And look at how this dog is like, what? I see a crow, but I hear dog. I see crow, but hear dog. Why? Because the crow is, it's bred or whatever, naturally can mimic, you know, human or dog or animal sounds, which is very funny. It reminds me of how I heard one time that cats, whenever they meow or they're crying or whatever, it sounds like a baby crying, so humans can feel more affectionate towards them, okay? Because we know cats are they're not the warmest creatures around. Some of them are, most of them aren't. And they kind of have to give you a reason to like them and take care of them. So it's kind of like them manipulating you into thinking, I'm baby, come take care of me, kind of thing. But we know they're really cats, not baby, right? That's what I'm getting here. Okay? But here we have influence. So this is definitely going to, like I said, have some influence on your life. It's going to leave a mark, okay? I'm hearing an indelible mark. I do believe indelible's word. Yeah, indelible's making a mark that cannot be removed. So this is definitely going to leave a mark. And that's what I was getting with the judgment card. It's going to be something that you're going to remember, something that you won't ever forget with the judgment coming through, okay? A pivotal moment in your life, okay. Now we also have observation, which is what I was saying with the Hermit card. This person's going to be observing you, your tics, what you like, what you don't like. They're going to be putting all these things away in the back of their mind to remember for later. And I love how we have the moon coming through, then we have the night. Yeah, so it's going to be at nighttime. Okay, guys, your date. And don't be like, oh, duh. No. Because not every date happens at night. Okay? At night. Yo, SpongeBob, get out. Okay, I'm done. When the world is sleeping, you're going to be with this person. It's going to feel like you're the only two people in the world. It's kind of what I'm getting, right? Because the rest of these crows have their head bowed down in sleep, okay? And it's kind of like you guys are the only two awake on this date, even though it's not true, right? But it's going to feel that way. Okay. But observations, definitely, like I said, this person's going to be very vigilant. They're going to be watching you to see what your reactions is kind of what I mean. They want to make sure that they're doing everything right. This is what I just heard, okay? They're going to take their time. They're going to take it slow. They're going to be patient. And it's funny how at the bottom of this deck, when we were starting the reading, we had intimacy. We did. Bruh. Yeah. With the fire sign, it's going to be fiery. It's going to be cute. But patience. I think I saw patience. Did I not? No. Something here said about being patient, though. No? How rude. I feel like I saw patience. Was it in here? Everything in divine timing? Or is patience over here? No, that's distance. Well, with the distance, me being reminded of that, there, like I said, you guys could drive out somewhere or, you know, just go far for dating, go over to their house. There's something here about you traveling a far distance, right? And I believe an hour or more is a far distance. Okay, for a date, yes it is. Okay, so just keep that in mind. There's something I swear I saw patience. No? Fine. Is this patience? No, that's intuition. So the red flags you ignore now will come back to bite you later. Anyway, but there's something here about them being very patient with you with the Knight of Pentacles. Either way, whether patience came through or not, the Knight of Pentacles is like a very patient energy. They're going to take their time, be a gentleman or a gentlewoman, whatever you want to call it. Now, you know, I was putting away our cards, and I didn't really get a good look at this influence card, but I was looking at it after, and it was like, you guys could be under the influence. You guys could be drinking or smoking or whatever on this day, because we have this empty glass over here, and then we have the freaking crows smoking. Like, whatever do you mean? So this date or this situation or whatever you want to call it could, like, you know, bring out the bad influence in you or something like that, or just under the influence could be a thing as well, which is why you're going to be doing things you don't usually do. Okay? Just wanted to add that part. There could also be something here about, you know, string lights and stuff like that. That could be this person have that in their room or something like that. But there's something here about ambiance, okay, with like a soft yellow or a white light, okay? I'm hearing, is it hygge or whatever you want to call it? The HYGGE word, which means like, you know, a feeling of comfort, okay? And safety, right? But I'm gonna leave your reading right here. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me. Use my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 2s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 2 or however you got here, thank you for joining me here today. Today's reading is going to be about your next date, okay? How will it come to be? Who will it be with? What will it be like? So group 1 was like 50 minutes, so buckle up, buttercup. We're getting into all of the tea, okay? So first we're going to get into how will the date come to be? How will you meet this person that will ask you on a date? We're going to get any information that we can get, okay? Let's get into it. Now, I was getting a message beforehand that something important could happen under a street light or lamp, whatever you want to call it. A kiss, a goodbye, a hello, something like that. I'm hearing you had me at hello, something like that is coming through. And now I'm hearing when Harry met Sally. I'm not really sure what movie that's from, but it has to be from one of those rom-com movies, Shaw. Let me look it up. So funny how I paused it exactly at 111. So it's definitely giving a new beginning. You have me at hello. Something is starting under a street lamp light or something under the microscope. Something about a light being shown on this connection. It could be a higher power. It could be spirit that's shining their light down this connection and just like watching from above. Because first of all, I was starting the reading, and for group 1, I was using the flash from the phone to light up, to bring some extra light so you can see the cards better. And then I started using my light, but I had connected it to the computer, so it's shining down on the surface so we can see it. And it's kind of giving street lamp, okay? So something like that is coming through. Now the movie where you have me at hello is prominent is Jerry Maguire. I've never seen the movie. I don't know why it holds significance. It could be somebody's favorite rom-com movie. I'm guessing it's a rom-com. Maybe the movie will be important to you, so maybe you should watch it. If you haven't already, and if you don't know why, that could be of some significance. Maybe you're getting someone who looks like Tom Cruise or young Tom Cruise. Not that he's changed much in appearance from then to now. There's something here about maybe a half bang, you know what I mean? It's giving the quintessential 90s white boy crush that our mothers or whatever had, okay? That's kind of what I'm getting here. There could definitely be something here about the Justin Bieber bang or just like the Superman curl in front of the face. One of those things could be important here for this person or for you. Confirmation that your person that you could be wanting to go on a date with looks like that. Something like that is coming through. So, and I'm looking at the video and it's funny because I looked up You Have Me at Hello movie and Jerry Maguire came through, and the first video is 2 minutes and 22 seconds. So 222 is coming through. So we saw 111, now we have 222 coming through. So angel numbers galore. So it definitely is giving faded, vent, meet cute, something like that. Maybe you bump into them under a street lamp light and it's giving romance movie, okay? That could have happened in Jerry Maguire. I'm not 100% sure. But now that we have that out of the way, let's get into the how you may know this person, how this date will come to be. Wow, we have protect your energy, which is definitely giving, divine intervention. And then we have rainbow obsidian, heal your heart. That's gorgeous. The stone and what's on the stone or the card, okay? So we have black tourmaline, protect your energy. So there could be something here about you protecting your energy. And because you started doing that, this person is not coming into your life, or maybe because you're protecting your energy and healing your heart, okay? This person could be coming in to protect you and heal your heart. There could be something here about, how in those romance movies, someone bumps into somebody and they protect them from falling, or in a lot of the K-dramas, when the girl is like falling, there's like the slow motion and then the guy like catches her and all that kind of beautiful stuff. That's kind of what I'm getting. So a meet cute event, and then you meet this person. I don't know what happens from then on. Let me get like one more card from this deck. How will this date come to be? Please, Spirit, how will this date come to be? It is kind of giving someone steps in to protect you, and that kind of like heals you. Maybe you've lost all faith in humanity and men at that. Like chivalry is dead. But this person is not dead, so they hold the door open for you, something like that. It's kind of giving how when you're finished on a date, and back in the days or in those old movies, bring your head here, what's wrong with you? In those old movies, the guy would like walk her home and they would stand under the street light. And I keep hearing In the Heights, standing under the street lights, something for the heat, something, something, something while it's frozen at my feet. I'm trying to remember. Something about a street light. Is that Hamilton or In the Heights? I'm not 100% sure. Lin-Manuel Miranda could be important, or New York City could be important, because that's where most of Hamilton takes place, if not all of it. And so does In the Heights. They're both in New York. Okay, so New York City can be important. The summer, New York City. I'm hearing it was the summer of 69. Summer of 69 is coming through. Maybe it's going to be like a rockin' summer, a rock party, a rock star. I don't know. But a lot of things are coming through right now. I'm just trying to catch my footing. So that alone right there, guys, right freaking there. You're trying to catch your footing. So you could trip and be falling over, and this person could literally catch you. And that's how this date comes to be. You're looking into their eyes, they're looking into your eyes, and they're kind of like, are you okay? And then you're like, yeah, I'm okay. And like, what's your name? Or you're like, thank you. And like, you're welcome. What's your name? And then you tell them your name, you ask them their name, then it kind of like, it kind of flows from there. I'm not getting a like blatant, will you go out with me? But it's getting, you guys have a meet cute and y'all know what comes next. Okay. It happens in the movies. It happens in real life. You talk for the rest of the night. They ask you for your number. They say you're beautiful, whatever you want it to be. Okay. But somehow, some way, from you tripping, almost falling, them protecting you, helping you, saving you, it turns into a freaking date. Okay. There you go. Now, the cards that we had falling out, I do believe it's freaking In the Heights. Yes, I'm a something. It's one of the songs In the Heights, but it's like Usnavi. is the guy. And it's funny how Anthony Ramos is Usnavi in The Heights, but he's also in Hamilton. So Anthony Ramos looking dude could be significant. The curls, the green eyes, thespian, knows how to sing, knows how to act. That very charming, very New York. He's from New York as well. He's a New Yorker, yeah. So y'all are attracting you a New Yorker, okay? And they're very charming. They have like a lot of swag. They could have grown up in the projects, in the hood, whatever you want to call it. That kind of vibe, okay? Take what resonates for you. But here we have overcome your fears with Tiger's Eye. So yeah, there's something here about protecting fears. And look at how we have the rainbow obsidian and we have like a heart in the rainbow obsidian. Now, you know what? I think I like the light better on because you can see the cards better. So I might just turn it on to add a little extra something. Definitely much better. Okay, so look at how we have the heart move. It looks like there's a heart in the rainbow obsidian. Rainbow also just gives me after the rain. And now I'm hearing purple rain. So purple rain could be important as well. You're getting a lot of like 80s music, rock, punk. Even though Prince is not really rock. I mean, he is rock. He's not punk, I should say. But there's something here about this person liking rock. They could be a Prince-y kind of person. They could be androgynous. They could be a very attractive man who takes care of himself, very sassy, that kind of thing. I'm hearing bi. This person could be bi as well. And look, we have a purple crystal. Yeah, so purple rain is important in some way, shape, or form. That could be someone's favorite, or the song is playing when you meet this person, right? Like, this is definitely giving like a little bit like group one, but like different, because theirs wasn't a meet cute. Theirs was like very blatant, straightforward. Yours is giving you meet someone and they're like, but there's still something like very movie-esque, rom-com-esque about this connection here and how you meet, maybe. Okay, the next card we have is the pink opal, and it says, "Be kind to yourself." This is beautiful. I like this energy. Be kind to yourself. In black tourmaline, protect your energy, be kind to yourself. And then we have heal your heart and overcome your fears. Okay, boom. So maybe you've been going through like, or having a hard time with finding love or opening up your heart to love, because we have two crystals that represent being protected or protecting yourself, okay? So maybe you've been a little closed off to love, and something this drastic and magical had to happen to kind of open you up to it, or to like just throw it in your face because you've just not been looking for it. So it has to be something out there, something extravagant, something that like most people wouldn't believe, you know what I mean? And that's how you meet this person. That's how they ask you out. They overcome their fears, you overcome your fears. They help you heal your heart, okay? Or they give you like a very healing energy. They don't really give you, what's the word I want to say? They don't give you dangerous, I have to run and protect myself kind of man. And it's funny because I was watching a video with Pedro Pascal, and there's something here about, there was someone in the comments of the video saying the reason why we feel, or I would feel safe with Pedro, why women love him so much, is because he's so vulnerable. Like, he's kind of giving baby girl, you know what I mean? Even though he's a full-grown man, you know, very masculine, very attractive, there's still something about his vulnerability and how he's always vulnerable and always open and always honest that kind of makes us feel safe being or wanting to, you know, we would feel safe around him because he's so very much in his femininity. Like in any interview he's talking about, he's very open, very honest, very vulnerable. And it's kind of like, oh, dang, there's no toxic masculinity at all in that man right there. So I feel safe in his energy, right? I'm not going to feel intimidated or cornered or like a prey to a predator. I feel like I'm in the energy of someone that puts me at ease kind of thing. And that's like how you're kind of overcoming this fear of love and healing your heart, because you're attracting someone. And that's funny how I was talking about Prince, and he was more so like a feminine man. So yeah, androgyny or something about a feminine, masculine coming through where they're very much in tune and tapped into their feminine energy. So it's going to like be like an outpouring of love, or just like something you wouldn't expect a man to do or say, chivalrous, something like that, that leads to you getting asked out on this date, okay? That's coming through. And I feel like I spent so much time on this. Let me move to the next portion of the reading, which should be who this person is. I want to know more about them as well, okay? If we get the King of Cups, I'm going to throw, let me stop. I'm not going to throw nothing, but I would love to see the King of Cups here. This is a very protective person, honestly. They're going to ask you out, or you're going to find yourself being protected in some way, shape, or form, or feeling protected by this person. Chivalry is definitely not dead, okay? But this little interaction is definitely going to heal your heart. How they ask you out, how you end up on this date. I'm trying to figure out like how you would know this person or meet them from these cards. I'm not really getting much though. I'm getting on the side of the street because this black tourmaline is kind of giving me the rough surface of a street, like, you know, concrete. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. So for most of you, this is happening in New York City. I don't know. There's nothing else that I can do or say or nothing that's coming to refute that. We have Concrete Jungle, Empire State of Mind. We have, what were the other examples of New York City coming through? We had Usnavi. We had from In the Heights. We had Hamilton, which was based in New York as well, the play. We had a few different things coming through that to portray this could be New York, okay? Anywho, let's get into, you know, let's get from this deck. We're going to follow a specific order in this reading today. Who is this person you're going to be on a date with? Who are they? Someone who's definitely in touch with their feelings. They're in tune with their emotions. Okay, this should be enough. Who will they be going on a date with? Who will my group twos be going on a date with next? Who is this person? We have Mercury retrograde. Interesting. They could have communication issues. That would be funny. There could be something here about you meeting them during Mercury retrograde, or they were born during Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde gives me a hard time, gives me someone who may have a hard time communicating or putting together words, something like that. It could be because you make them nervous, or they're not used to being so vulnerable with someone, maybe. But they kind of give me the vibe that they are a little vulnerable. But maybe in one-on-one interactions, it's a little more nerve-wracking because you have more to lose, I feel like. When you're on a date with someone, you're in a romantic connection with them than just being vulnerable in general, you know? But here we have a spy. Interesting. Someone's got their eye on you. You are doing your research. They're doing their research for sure. Maybe you met this person during Mercury retrograde, which is why things didn't really go off the ground. If you know this person already, if you have a feeling this could be someone you like, you know who this is already, okay? Someone has their eye on you and they're doing their research, right? So it's kind of giving, oh, this, ooh, do we like this? Do we like somebody trying to, you know, not follow you around? That's crazy. Could be, though. Don't put it past people out here. Someone who is diligently like stalking your social media to see where you are, if they know any landmarks. I feel like when you're in New York City, if we're going to stay with that example, there's a lot of places where you can just look at it and know where that person is. Whether you live in Brooklyn, Queens, wherever, there's certain places that a lot of people frequent when it comes to nightlife or food or entertainment. And if somebody were to see you post a video at, what do you call it? Madison Square Garden or Radio City Music Hall or Barclays Center or the mall or, you know, stuff like that. If someone were to see you post that you're going to a concert, and they know concerts usually go from like 8 to 11, this person could literally leave their house just to know that you're going to be somewhere in that vicinity by like 11 o'clock when you're leaving the venue. And they're going to be like, oh, what brings you here? Like under a freaking street lamp in New York City on a hot summer's day, bruh. And I'm going to be like, you're going to be like, what are you doing here, Brian? And I'm like, I'm just in the area. And you ain't know they was stalking your whole account and making sure and trying to figure out where you were, okay? It could also be something here about, I do know the only app that allows people to see your location if you allow it is like Snapchat. So some of you can be on Snapchat and this person, like, you have your location live and people will pull up to where you are. This person will, to ask you out in person or something like that. Be careful out here, guys. But this is definitely someone you could know already. and you met like during the last Mercury retrograde or during some kind of Mercury retrograde, okay? Someone who, I don't want to say they have communication issues. That's the last thing that I want to say. I don't think they do, though. But there could have been communication issues when you met them, right? Like I said, if you met during a Mercury retrograde, this person would not have had the words to describe how they felt or how to ask you out. Now that there is no Mercury retrograde, keeping them from asking you out, now they're going to, go full steam ahead. Okay? But definitely someone who you may know already and someone who, like, has their eye on you. Secret admirer. This could be as simple as you guys go to the same or frequent the same spots and they've been noticing you, but you haven't noticed them noticing you. And the next time you guys are in the same place, you're going to be like, they're going to ask you out because they were like, how can I describe it? Like when you see somebody out somewhere and you're kind of like, oh man, if I ever see them again, I'll ask them out. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this person. They were telling themselves, oh man, the next time I see my group twos out somewhere, I'm definitely going to ask them out because we usually frequent the same spots, okay? And they may not have had the courage when they first saw you with the Mercury retrograde, but next time that they do see you, they have the courage to walk up to you and say something. You could be outside having a smoke under the street light, the street lamp, whatever, and they come and walk up next to you and do a cigarette stop as well and something like that. The next one we have is liar. Oh my, be careful of someone sneaky. With spy and sneaky, yuck, I don't like those. And then we have challenges. Oh, the struggle bus. It is then, sure. We have make a decision, work on inner healing. Now these other cards are taking on a new meaning. Because we had protect your energy, right? Hold up, now. We had protect your energy. We had heal your heart. We had be kind to yourself. And we had overcome your fears. Oh my. This next date could be someone who's been stalking you, guys. And they're a little liar, pants on fire. But make a decision and work on inner healing. That could be what this person was doing. So this could be a person from your past. I hate to say it. Because when I want to do a new date or next date energy, I want someone new. Please and thank you. But for a small smidgen of you or for a good amount of you, there could be someone here from your past that's been spying on you. There's something here. And Mercury retrograde is yo. How could I not remember? Mercury retrograde is when people from the past come back in. So it's giving a past person, right? They're trying to come back in and slither their way back up in there. Yeah. And this could be someone you've known to be a liar before, but they are working on themselves. Take that as you may. Because people, I don't want to say people don't change or can't change, but it depends on how long this person's been out of your life. If there could have been a significant amount of growth since you've last seen them or heard from them, maybe. Okay? Very interesting. We'll keep these out. Just, put them somewhere like there. And get into the tarot cards. Who is this person? That my group twos are going on a date with, please, Spirit. Who is this person? We have a Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles always gives me keeping my guard up or protecting myself, keeping someone out of my energy. Okay? Possessive is also coming through when I think of the Four of Pentacles. Here we have Ten of Wands. Yes, there's a baggage. There's baggage. Oh, Lord, of course. Why can I never be happy? I can never, but yeah, there's baggage, but they want a new beginning. Because they see you as the Empress card. We have the Empress card coming through here. With there's beauty to be found in every experience. So I'm taking that as a response to me being annoyed by this being someone from the past. You could want this person back, honestly. But whenever I think of a past person, I just get like immediate eye roll, bombastic side eye. Because no, if it didn't work then, why would it work now? Like, I hate second chance romances with a passion. Okay? Because why? If you couldn't make it work that one time, how's that gonna work? It's not gonna work now. I just have bad experiences as well. So don't mind me. But this person could be guarded. They could also be protective. They could also be a little materialistic. We have treat yourself to something shiny every now and again. Materialistic vibes. But also in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, we have a man sitting on his big box of treasure and like holding his arms folded. So someone who's a little closed off maybe. Or stingy. We hate that energy, but it's coming through, okay? We have 10 of Wands. It says, why make things more difficult than they need to be? Yeah, I would say, why you back? What you want? Shoot. And then we have the cozy witch. Take a chance, for each morning is a new beginning. Okay, so this is who this person is, not the situation. Who this person is. Stay on topic, girl. Stay on topic. There's a lot of side messages coming through. Who is this person my group 2 is going on a date with next? I should ask if we're going to enjoy it. Yeah, someone you walked away from. What else can I say? Oh, my Lord. Why can't we never be happy? Well, this can make you happy. I don't freaking know. I don't know. It's an ex who has been lurking. If this is not an ex, this is someone who you have past history with. It could be someone who you dated for one date and things didn't really go right and they're trying to come back around. This could be someone you knew in high school. This could be someone who you used to be like I'm hearing an ex-best friend, or you're like your best friend's older brother, or something ghetto like that. There's something taboo. There's something movie-esque about this situation here, where he went away to the military, now he's back and wants another piece of you. It's giving notebook for that instance. For others of you, a guy you had a crush on in high school who didn't really see the appeal, and now all of a sudden he's back and he wants a piece of you. Like I said, someone who you have met before, who's been in your vicinity, right? You go to the same places, stuff like that. And only now are they getting the courage to walk up to you and ask you something. I want to know what the meaning, because I just moved the thing and the screen lit back up and I'm seeing Jerry Maguire. Is there something about that movie? Let's look it up. So I asked for a brief little summary of the movie Jerry Maguire, and it says, when slick sports agent Jerry Maguire has a crisis of conscience, he pens a heartfelt company-wide memo that promptly gets him fired. Desperate to hang on to the athletes that he represents, Jerry Maguire starts his own management firm with only single mother Dorothy Boyd joining him in his new venture. Banking on their sole client, football player Rod Tidwell, played by Cuba Gooding Jr., Jerry and Dorothy begin to fall in love as they struggle to make their business work. Okay, so struggle, love, let me stop. Like I said, I've never seen the movie, but there's something here about when you're falling on hard times, the people who are there for you playing a big part in your life. So this person may be on hard times right now, who they are, and they're walking away from something in their life. Yeah, because they're looking for a new beginning, or it could be the ex thing, but we're going to try to pivot away from that. I hate that narrative. I hate it with a passion. Okay, so let's get into it. Someone who's walking away from something difficult in their life with this 10 of Wands coming through here, because we have the Fool, they want a new beginning, okay? They want a fresh start. This could be someone who's like not running away from their past, but they move to a new city, hoping to meet new, interesting people, and they are meeting new people in you, okay? It would make sense why they're a little closed off with the Four of Pentacles, okay? This could be someone who like has some kind of money or financial standing, and they were always used to being used by people in their life, right? So now they're a little bit more selective or stingy with their money, okay? Or they just like to buy things, right? That's coming through as well. This person could be into, I'm getting like a yoga vibe from this person, okay? This person likes black. They could be a little broody, a little dark, a little like, not troubling, but they look troubled, right? The only example I could always give is the Edward Cullen effect. They look troubled, the Jasper effect, okay? As opposed to the Emmett Cullens, who was very friendly, very open, very playful. This song was more a little closed off, okay? Doesn't mean they're not looking for love. They don't want love, but they've dealt with a lot of challenges in their life, okay? And now they just want to open or welcome in a very healing connection rather than a ghetto one, okay? Which is understandable. So we have the Eight of Cups. If your life feels stale, explore some new scenery. Exactly. This person's life was a little stale, and now they're trying to explore some new scenery. Yeah, so they could definitely be someone who's like trying out new places, or they move to a new city, okay? See, this is coming through. Maybe some of you are from group 1, okay? Because the song by New West, In My City, is coming through again, and it came through for them as well, okay? Look at that. So I decided to look up the song In My City by New West, and it says new streets, new clothes, new schemes, new floats, but it don't hit the same. New year, new me, heard that before, but I still feel the same. Right about now, I'm really missing you. Right about now, I'm really missing you in my city. I feel like home in my city. It's beautiful. Right here with you, right here with you is where I belong, okay? And then the next verse is old ends, old friends, same skin I'm in, few shots, we're reminiscing. So shots at a bar scene. You can meet this person or you see them often. We cry, we laugh at photographs, but it don't hit the same. Look at that. He's in a city with someone he's grabbing drinks with. They're reminiscing of the past. It's not saying anything here about heartbreak or disappointment or anything. So it's someone you could just be catching up with, right? And you have that movie moment where the tension is building. You're standing under the freaking streetlight because that keeps coming through. And then all of a sudden, I like you. Will you go out with me? I love you. Like, take me back. Like, I miss you. Like, oh, my heart, it's squeezing. No, I don't want to sympathize with this person. I really don't. But the energy is overtaking me. It may be something, this could be exactly how you're feeling when you get asked out of this person. Like, I don't want to take them back. Please, no. Please, no. And then you're just like feeling the vibes and you just get caught up. How ghetto. I hate this for you guys. But I feel it. I feel it. And like, when you feel something for someone, I don't care how long it's been, how short it's been, the feelings will just, get you every time, okay? That's the vibe that I'm getting. It's so small. Right about now, I'm really missing you. The song is so beautiful, and I'm trying so hard not to sing it because people want to be getting annoyed when I sing. But I'm like, that's how I express myself. So what the bumbaras do you want from me? Go find somebody else. Get somebody else to do it. But I want to stay on track. I don't want this to be too long, even though it's already probably 30 minutes already. But we have something here about moving on from old things, but they can't move on from you. So they're moving to a new city, moving with new friends, doing new things. But the one old thing that keeps plaguing them and they can't get away from is you, okay? And yeah, of course, as I'm holding the Five of Cups, exactly, the one they can't get away from is you. Spilled tea is the end of the world. For them, it feels like it is. They miss you. So someone who walked away from you, or someone who moved away at least, okay? They moved away from your city and things were never able to fully finish, or play out the way that it was meant to or they wanted it to. And now they're back in your city or they're visiting or whatever, and they hit you up like you want to meet up. You're like, yeah, sure, let's go. And y'all talking, the vibes are vibing, you're getting drawn back in. So this doesn't have to be someone where it was like toxic and oh my gosh, I hate them, I never want to see them again. It could just be someone where you started something, they had to move away, you never got to finish it, and now they're back in your city and they're reaching out, okay? Oh, how little. Now, let's see what card fell over here. We have the Three of Cups. Yeah, getting together and drinking. And I love how the song said that before the card even came out. We have Liar, we have Spy, Mercury retrograde, and challenges. Then we have the Three of Cups. Come together with your coven. Wow. So who this person is, someone who likes to have a good time, someone who likes to leave things behind. They don't like to dwell on the past. But like I said, you're the only person that seems to continuously come up whenever they find themselves like trying to move on or get out of their head. It's like, okay, everything else in my past is insignificant, but this one person. Now we have the Five of Cups. Spilled tea is the end of the world. They're trying to overcome some sadness here. And that could be what these challenges is coming through as in this card over here. You can still see a little, child. Okay? And I love how we have it clarifying the Ten of Wands. Yeah, this person's like why make things more difficult than they need to be? Crying over spilled milk when they could just ask you out again, when they could just see where things go this time around. There's no need for them to live in misery or what ifs when they have you right at their fingertips. Some people will say, nah, I've been there, done that. Let's let the chips fall where they did and leave it alone. And this person's like, why? If I'm still being burdened by these feelings, maybe there's something more here, So I guess it's giving second chance romances or whatever. There's some of them that are cute, I guess you could say. Okay. I do want to get a little bit more about this person, please. So far we don't really have any major arcana besides the Fool, and the Fool always gives me Aries energy. This is a very, I don't want to say happy-go-lucky person, but usually they are, or they're trying to get back into that energy. So this is someone who has a lot of responsibilities in life, okay? Someone who likes to spend money, okay? A shopaholic of sorts. We have someone who is always walking away and finding new things, just tumbling, I'm hearing tumbling, not even walking, tumbling into new adventures, okay? They can have a little bit of like a fiery spirit or a wandering spirit, or they love to try new things. Is that what the the Eight of Cups mixed with the Fool is kind of giving me always running towards new experiences. Like I said, they hate not dwelling on the past. They want to always experience new. But with you, they can't want to experience new because they only want you, you know? Then we have Five of Cups, someone who can dwell on things from the past or cry over spilled milk, you know? Someone has like a little bit of sadness to them, right? Like, I can never have that person again. They want to make things more freaking dramatic than they need to be vibes, you know? And I kind of get, like I said, with the Edward and Jasper vibe coming through. They were very dramatic in their own different ways, okay? Like, I'm so sad and life is so hard and I'm turning into a vegan vampire, so old blood is making me this, and Edward, my soul is damned, and oh please, womp womp womp. This is like a very melancholic, maybe a little bit emo kind of person, guys. That's coming through for y'all. Good luck. This card, let's get some more about this person. What more can you tell me about the person they're gonna go on a date with next, please, Spirit? Lord, Father, Jesus. We have soar, and we have caking. Oh my. I don't know what that means, so we're gonna have to look in the book for that one. But soar is definitely someone who's trying to move forward, who's trying to... This person could have flew the nest. Flew the nest? Is that what it's called? I guess we'll go with that. But someone who flew the coop is what it's called, right? They left the nest, flew the coop, and now they're just like soaring, living life. They're traveling, this person. They're a traveler, okay? And now the traveler from Chris Stapleton is coming through. They're a traveler on this road. They don't really like to stay in one place for long, is what I'm getting. Okay. And then this card, we're going to take it. We have perspective. So yeah, we have we have perspective, we have soar, and then we have caking. Let's look up what caking is, because I'm trying to remember. I feel like cake has something to do with computer memory. I don't know. And that would make sense if this person's a memory and you know them. Interesting. Let's see what caking says. This is number 7. Caking. One day while feeding my neighborhood crows, I noticed one of them using their beak to push around some decaying leaves and then dig a hole. The bird looked around, checking to make sure it wasn't being watched, and then swiftly opened its mouth and dropped in the food. It was saving the dog kibble I had given it for later. Not you feeding the freaking things dog kibble, what the hell? Hey, true. I had given it for later, sorry. The crow didn't want to eat the food right away, but it also didn't want to leave it around for some other creature to enjoy. You may find yourself either keeping an idea or a possession hidden till the time is right, or simply unwilling to let go of something you aren't using out of fear that someone else may benefit from your release or surrendering. Wow. This is like resonating really hard for me because and then look at the next page, we have commitment, if you can even see it. Hold on. We have commitment, but we're reading 7 right now, but the next page over is giving commitment. But it's funny how I was talking about how this person can't let you go from their past and they're spying on you, and not that they don't want you to be happy or move on, but this in my city, I have new streets, new clothes, new schemes, new floats, but I can't seem to let go of the you. So I'm missing you right now, you know? Interesting. Okay. So it says, sometimes the moment is not right to move forward. However, it doesn't mean that the time will never arrive. You may be working on a project that holds a great deal of promise, but you are unable to devote the energy at the moment. Setting the idea aside does not mean giving it up. It just means that you recognize there will be value in waiting. Caking may also indicate that you will benefit from investing. This may be investing in yourself or investing in a financial institution. Now, this could mean this person be investing their money. You know, it could be as simple as that. But I'm definitely getting a vibe of this person has been like, it didn't work out the first time. They put the idea away, saved it for later. Now they're coming back to it, right? And that would be the spy. They're like, oh, wait, I wonder what Kiara's doing today or in her life now. You know, my old love, high school sweetheart, whatever you want to call it, first love, okay? I wonder what she's at, where she's at right now. They look you up. They see you're single, looking good. You're in their city. They didn't even know you lived in their city. Now, all of a sudden, they're trying to find any moment or anything to kind of get in contact with you, that kind of thing. And it's kind of like something they place on the back burner until until one day they're like, wait, what is this person doing right now? You know? And then you find out you're in the same city, the same spot. It's kind of giving me how sometimes in movies, like best friends will make pacts. Like if we're both single at 40, we're going to get married and have kids kind of thing, you know? And you forgot about that pact you made, or you never revisited it. You kind of put it away in the back of your mind, live your life, especially when it was like a heartbreak. You put the heartbreak in the back of your mind, was working, moving, living life, you know, soaring, finding your stamina, finding your lease in life, stuff like that. And it wasn't until this person just popped into your mind, or you were feeling like you wanted to fall in love again, and this person came back around like, oh, what's she doing now? And that's how this kind of comes to be, because, you know, this person was protecting their energy. This person was trying to overcome their fears, but it wasn't until they finally overcame those things, especially with the Ten of Wands and Five of Cups, that they were able to finally reach out to you, or for you to pop into their mind again, you know? Something like that. But it's something you save for later. It's kind of like how you go out to a restaurant, you eat a food, it's so good in the moment, but you can't have anymore. Your stomach is full, you have a stomach ache, whatever. You take the food and leave it at home. And sometimes you take it home, put it in the fridge, and you forget that it's there until you come back and say, oh, the next day, I thought I didn't have anything to eat, but I have this food here, right? But it's not until you're looking for the food again, or you're hungry again, that you remember the food is there, you know? Something like that is coming through. But this person's doing pretty well for themselves, I would say. They're in a new stage in their life, okay? This person does have a lot of responsibilities though, okay? They are prone to sadness, okay? It's coming through. And they are prone to walking away from things. But I feel like you're something they already walked away from, and now they're coming back, okay? They're spinning the block, okay? Now, let's remove these cards here and get into how the date will go. Where am I putting these? Here. Let's see how the date is gonna go. We got into who your person is, okay? I hope you're still with me, guys. Put a card in the comments if you're still with me at this point. We're getting into how the date is gonna go. Okay, let's see. Shuffle the cards again. So, Spirit, we got into who this person is, how this date may come to be. Now, let's get into how the date will go. Okay, how will this date go between my group 2s and their person? How will this date go? I'm looking at the time right now, and it's saying 555. So there is something here about overcoming challenges and that leading to some kind of significant change in your life. Okay, or just the 555 in general is like big change, massive change, upheaval change, you know? Okay, so this date is going to lead to some massive change in your life, or this person has gone through a massive change. You could have too as well. And it's leading to this date. Wow. Okay. You're just going to flip out like that? Relax. Here we have the Nine of Wands. Not giving up, resilience. It's kind of giving spin the block energy. Move it here so you can see it while I shuffle. My group 2's how will this date go? It's kind of like you... Okay, how can I describe it? You go on this date with this person. Like during the date, you're kind of like, okay, I'm not ready to give up either, right? Because they're very convincing is what I just heard. Like, they're like, I miss you, I want to be with you, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of giving how, I love that. See, because then we have the Chariot card, you decide to, like, okay, we can see how this goes. It's like how Noah, I think the guy's name, Noah and Al in the Notebook, how he goes away and he comes back and he's like, the girl had completely moved on and married somebody else, and he's fighting for her, banging on that door and everything, asking her, following her around. From what I remember of the movie, I feel like I've seen bits and pieces, but I never sat down and watched the whole thing. He's like, what do you want? What do you want? And she's like, I don't know. He's like, no, what do you want? That kind of thing. And she's trying so hard to be like, no, been there, done that. It wasn't meant to be. I'm not going to spin the block. And she ends up spinning the block, I think. Let me know how the movie ends in the comments or not. I may just watch it one day. Don't spoil it for me. Okay. How's this date gonna go? Like, that's how it is. Like, yeah, tell me the end. No, I want to watch it myself. That kind of thing, back and forth, wishy-washy vibes. Okay, how will this date go? Please, Spirit, how will this date go? That's the last card I'll take. Six of Pentacles coming through again. That came through for group 1 as well. Okay. The first card we have is Nine of Wands. We have the Chariot card. So there will be some movement. There will be some overcoming here, okay? I'm hearing movement in the right direction. Here we have Page of Swords through conversation. It's kind of like a catching up energy where what have you, I just saw 3333. Wow, the angel numbers are crazy. Wasn't it your group? I saw 111, 222, just saw 3333, and then I saw 555. What the bumba? What's going on? But anyway, where did I leave off? Boy, getting to know each other again. Yes, a catching up of sorts. Okay, because we have the Chariot is like it's the movement in the right direction. The Nine of Wands is first of all deciding, hey, that I'm gonna give this another try. I'm not giving up yet, right? We burned the candle so many times. Well, what am I doing? It's fine. We're gonna burn a new one, baby. That's fine, right? And that in its own way can represent Ace of Wands, a renewing of passion. You're lighting the candle once again. The light is back on. The candle is flaming again. I don't want to say too many things. The candle is lit again. The flame is burning again. There we go. Okay. And I just saw the black flame from Hocus Pocus. So that can be important as well. That black flame could only be lit by a virgin. So this person could have taken your virginity. Okay. Or you're a virgin right now. Whatever comes through for you guys. I don't know. But that came through. You're lighting the black flame candle or something like that. And that leads to a whole hullabaloo, I would say, in that movie. He lights the candle and spends the rest of the night fighting for his life, child. Okay. That could definitely be a thing here. Like, you light the candle or they light the candle, they rekindle things, and then spend the rest of the night being bombarded and overcoming things and going on quite the journey, trying to, it's fine. Like, I've changed and trying to prove themselves or outrun their past self or something like that. They're trying their hardest to like get you to be like, okay, it's fine, because that's not cute. But to get to a place where things can move forward, which you guys obviously do get to. So they're fighting for their life, like trying to explain and say what they've been doing and trying to get you to open it back up to them. It's kind of like that kind of thing, a little bit of like an uphill battle. And it's funny how we have the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands came out for them, okay? So they may be a little stressed or burdened on this date, okay? But here it says it would take a hell of a lot more to defeat you. That's it. That's what this date is saying. It would take a hell of a lot more to defeat this relationship you guys have been in or are about to be in again. Okay. Chariot card, you'll never get anywhere if you keep standing still. There is movement forward. This could literally be a biking date or something like that. It could be a candlelit dinner as well. It could be a hike through the forest, something like that. I'm hearing for some of you want to keep it low key, for others of you want to go all out. So it just depends. Because she looks real nice in this card here. Look at her little nice little headband, her nice shirt, okay? Her shoes and the pants. It's giving fancy, and then her little now I'm thinking this was a cute little bracelet. Nah, it's her wrapping her hands because she's been burned so many times. I can have some significance here, okay? But let's move on, shall we? We have the Page of Swords, just like reading a book or trying to get to know someone again, okay? Asking all the questions, being very curious, being very outspoken, being very upfront and honest to get where you need to go. But the Page of Swords is kind of like giving me closed mouths don't get fed. So if you don't ask a question or ask something, nothing will ever happen. So this person's like asking all the questions. You're asking all the questions to kind of, have a, how can I say it? Have all have everything laid out in front of you, okay? Have all the information you need to make an informed decision. We'll leave it at that, okay? So this date could be like very clinical. It could be just about you asking them, where have you been? What have you been doing? What do you want from me? Because now I'm hearing that song from Adam Lambert. What do you want from me? Okay. Here we have another page. No, this is Nine of Cups. Interesting. This came through group 1 too. Nine of Cups, romanticize the present moment every chance you get. So I know I wasn't bugging. There's something here about romance, movie, rom-com vibes coming through, okay? Because this is the hopeless romantic, okay? And I'm hearing the song by, what's his name? Sam Fisher. I've got the heart of a hopeless romantic. Can you imagine looking for love in somewhere it's not, okay? And that's something coming through here for you guys. We have the romanticize every moment, every chance you get. Oh boy. Then we have the Page of Pentacles, which also came through group 1. Who's playing games in my face right now watching both groups? You can have 2 next dates. You can have 2 next dates, child. Stop playing. Okay. Now, yeah, we have the Page of Pentacles, which is like starting from scratch, having to start all over and do things from jump, right? Having to date again, get to know each other again, that kind of thing, fall in love again. And then we have the Six of Pentacles, okay, which is saying every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. So how about we do this? Maybe you meet at the library, maybe you go for a hike, you go for a bike ride, you go for a walk, you go for a jog. But with the snail coming through here and up here at the top, which I'm sure you can see just a little bit, it's kind of giving taking things slow, okay? Sorry. Getting some things off your chest. Getting some things off your chest. Sorry. I had to pause the video and take a big to clear that throat. So there's going to be a lot that needs to be said. Okay. But at the end of it, it's going to leave you a little satisfied. Building blocks would have been placed down or set down. Grudges would have been settled. That kind of thing is coming through because now you're more pleased about what happened. You know what I mean? And now you are going to make lemonade with the lemons you've been given. I can't talk. What the heck? That's that Mercury retrograde coming through. This person may like trip over their words, or they may have a speech impediment, something like that. But it's kind of like their heart was always with you. With Knight of Cups clarifying the Knight of Wands, like I could never move on. I was always thinking of you in the back of my mind, but I have to keep pushing forward. I have to keep persevering. I have to keep going to get to where I need to go now. And now I'm able to, move things forward and be where I need to be for this to work with you. You know what I mean? Sorry if I've been leaning too much into the past person narrative, but I'm just getting it so heavily. I can't help it, guys. Okay. If this is a regular person, you're going to get to know each other. You could go on a movie date. Okay. Not a movie date. Could be. Or a library date. You could go to a book bar, is what I'm hearing as well. There's something here about your heart being open with this person and you're willing to put the energy and time into it, both of you, to get things where they need to be. It's kind of like I've been given this new chance at love. I'm going to make the most of it, Whether it starts off good or bad. Because this being the first card out on the date, there may be some like turbulence, you know what I mean? Or something you have to like fight for. Something may go wrong, or someone may say the wrong thing and get the wrong impression. And you're kind of like, no, I didn't mean it that way. And you're having to do some damage control, is what I'm hearing. Okay. And then we get to the point where things start moving more smoothly, right? So maybe somebody could have fell. Somebody could have said something. I'm hearing somebody could have farted. Please. You know what I mean? Where things like off to a rocky start. Oh Lord, then things start moving smoothly here. Okay, smoothing. That's a new word. Smoothly moving. Okay, and then we have the Page of Swords, where it's like curiosity is a type of magic. So this is someone's going to be very invested in getting to know you better, asking all the questions, maybe reading you like a book as well. And then now we're at the Nine of Cups, which is romanticize the present moment every chance you get. You have another book coming through here. You have the beach coming through here. So you can meet this person and go on a date to the beach. That's coming through as well. So we have nature outside. We have mountains here. We have the forest here. We have the beach here. And then we have like a mountain lake house vibe coming through here as well, okay? And then the last card we have is Six of Pentacles. Every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. That is definitely something that's going to be coming back to you. It's kind of like, because you were pouring into yourself, you're going to be now able to pour into this person. Because they were pouring into yourself, they're going to be able to pour into you. So it's going to be an equal dynamic of you both getting what you need, because you're now the people who can give those things to each other, if that makes sense. I hope it does. That was the most crappiest shuffle, but it didn't fall. I didn't drop it. I saved the day, okay? That's all that's important to me. So even though things like may start off rocky, I do believe by the end you guys save it, okay? And I love look at how the freaking bottom of the deck we have nature coming through here from the crow card. We have nature. So you're going to be out in nature, okay? And each of these cards, we have people by themselves. So, and it's funny because under nature, we have isolation, okay? I just started hearing, I touch the fire and it freezes me. I died so many years ago. That's from Buffy. I think it's like Touch the Fire or something like that. Going through the motions, touch the fire, pushing someone away with them still coming in and pursuing you is coming through for this next date of yours, okay? Because in that song, Buffy is on her way to defeat the big bad by herself, and Spike comes and helps her, as well as her friends and stuff like that, you know? But she kept telling that man, leave me alone, I don't want you, but she still wanted him. And you know what I mean? So yeah, that's a vibe coming through as well. But isolation. Now I'm hearing escapism by Ray coming through again. So something here about escapism, trying to escape this person or doing things to escape them trying to escape you. That could be something you discuss on this date. All the ways you tried to forget them, but it didn't work. Vice versa, all that stuff coming through. But I love how we have 2 pages. One of you could be the Page of Swords, which is asking a lot of questions. And the other one of you could be the Page of Pentacles, just sitting there like, what more do you want to know? You know, but in like a very patient kind of energy. I'm hearing patient and sincere. So you do want to be there, but you're not going to allow them to kind of like get you as sprung as you used to be, is what I just heard. Here we have balance, which makes a lot of sense. We have the 6 of Pentacles. What will their next date be like? Please, Spirit, what will their next date be like? We have distraction, and then we have soar coming through again. And that came through for your person's energy in the beginning of the reading, okay? So we have balance, distraction, and soar. The bottom of the deck, we have bond. Okay, I'm like, we're missing something here. How cute. This is so small. I do believe by the end of the date, you guys will be fully bonded, but this is just coming through to clarify what was already coming through in the reading. We have distraction. I don't know what this means, but I love how another dog in his treat is coming through again. Yes. Oh my gosh. We have the crow up here distracting the dog so the other crow could come and eat the dog's food. How rude. That could be something coming through as well. A distraction could happen, or this person could be trying to distract you from the negative, the obvious, whatever wants to come through, something along those lines. There's going to be a distraction. This person may try to keep changing the subject or bring you back to one point of thinking or whatever and trying to distract you from the elephant in the room maybe. Or you guys are both trying to distract yourselves from how right this feels, what I just heard as well. Interesting. For whatever reason, this crow here looks very proud of himself. I don't know why. He looks like a very proud crow. Like, yeah, I did that. That's all me right there, right? So there could be a sense of pride in this connection, or I mean on this date, sorry. I mean the connection as well, because the date is the kind of like the connection, you know? There's a sense of, oh, you did that, look at you. Or so did you, look at you, right? So a lot of equal compliments. You guys are both feeling the same. Optimistic, sincere, patient, but also very, very, very curious about the other person, whether you've known them or not, okay? Very curious. There could be something that you, how can I say this? 'Cause the visual came through, but I'm trying to put it into words. There could have been something like somebody spills something, or somebody knocks over a food, or something clashes to the ground, or something like that during this date is what I'm getting. And it caused like a distraction, it breaks attention. You guys both laugh it off, or it kind of eases, like I said, the tension that has been like building between the two of you guys. You know, somebody's getting really upset, and agitated, and upset, and mad, and heated, and then all of a sudden a glass breaks, and you guys are like, whew, you get that breath to kind of like come back down to earth and not get as crazy as you would have before. You know, a breath, okay, a beat, take a beat. So something active is coming through. I'm getting a candlelit romantic dinner as well. I'm getting going for drinks because we had the 3 of Cups coming through before. The 6 of Pentacles is definitely giving me, like I said, equal investment in the connection. And then we have the bond card coming through here. I'm hearing Bond, James Bond. This person's name could be James. It could start with an A. Something like that could be coming through. I want another card from this deck though. What will their next date be like, please, Spirit? I'm hearing it's going to exceed your expectations, especially if this is someone that you didn't really want to go out with it again or at all, you know? It's going to exceed your expectations. 3 cards, I only wanted a few. If you have communication, that will be very big and very important on this date, which I love, okay? There's going to be a lot of communication. Why is this bird looking like that? Busting into somebody's window like, where's the party at? I heard there was drinks here. Like, It's like, it's giving like forceful communication as well. Here we have abundance, okay? So this could be like a really nice fancy date as well. Like I said, it could be a little bit different for everyone. I'm getting like hiking out in nature, that kind of thing, but I'm also getting a nice dinner, okay? Maybe it could be like a mansion or something for those of you who like know someone with a mansion. I just heard Lumiere, your dinner, from B, our guest, okay? And then the last card we have here is release. Releasing the past is going to be very important in this connection, period. You know, whether it's someone you know or someone you don't know, releasing your past is going to be important, which is why we had all these cards over here about heal your heart before this date, please. Be kind to yourself as well. Overcome your fears. And I don't know why this one keeps getting stuck here. Black tourmaline, protect your energy, okay? But I'm going to leave your reading here. I hope it resonates. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. But at the end of the day, I just want to say, you're going to leave this date feeling like you guys are on the same page about something. You're going in the right direction, whether that means, or you're going in the same direction, whether that means you're going to be together or separately. There's some clarity, there's communication, and now your future's looking brighter than it did before you came here. With all of these angel numbers coming through, I don't think it's going to end on a bad note. I think it's going to like continue. But for others of you, you may be like, no, I don't want this person at all, you know? But if you're still watching, it's definitely giving this a potential here, okay? But now I'm done. If it resonated, like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. I'd love to have you. Even share if you must, okay? If this reading resonated. If you want a personal reading, you could always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day. There's like also a lot of eyes coming through here in this card. So it could be something about a lot of eyes on you, especially if you're at the middle of the restaurant or you tell your friends, I'm going out with my ex. Like, I'm like, what? And they're going to be all looking to see what happens when you post, when you don't post, that kind of thing. That's coming through. Nosy people. Or whether it's just people you don't know at all. They're going to be looking at you guys. It could be a handsome couple, something like that. But yeah. I'm also hearing taboo age gap. So there could be something here about them looking at you because your person looks too old to be with you or too young to be with you. Something like that, okay? But yeah, I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group threes. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 3, option 3, however you got here, welcome. Today's reading is going to be about your next date. Who will it be with? How will it come to be? What will the date be like? Let's get into it. I don't want it to be too long because group 2's was like 50-something minutes. And I don't want it to be that long. Okay, so maybe this date of yours won't be very long. I feel like their date would have been really long. So I feel like the length of the timestamps kind of correspond or correlate to how long the reading will be. Group 1 was like 50 minutes. Group 2 was like 50-something minutes. And your group or reading, however long it may be, like will correspond to how long the date would be. I mean, not necessarily, but I'm getting that vibe, okay? So for my group 3s, please, Spirit. How this date comes to be, how they meet this person, will they meet this person, how they get asked out, stuff like that. Please give us a tea on their next date. Okay, we're going to fix this because you're just shuffling very sloppily. I don't like that. My group 3s. Wow. I'm getting a vibe of you're not supposed to know or it's going to be a surprise, you know? Because it took a while for the cards to come out. They weren't that, you know, not talkative or non-talkative in group 1 and group 2. But for you guys, maybe this is a completely new person. You have no idea who it is, which is why it's taking so long to come out. Group 3, please, Spirit. Group 3. Okay, let's start with these 2 cards then, I guess. Here we have Lapis Lazuli. Make a decision. Maybe you're going to have options for your next date. And we have, hold on now, relax. We have Azurite. Get laser focused. Wow. And these, I love when the cards correspond. First of all, in color. Because we have like a blue and like green theme going on here. But then the cards also match. Make a decision, get laser focused. So it is giving you're going to have more than one option for your next date. And you are going to have to choose who this next date will be. with. Sorry. I'm gonna need more than that, Spur. Don't do that. Don't do it. Give us more. We need more. That could be something coming through for you, because I'm getting a vibe of like The Materialist. It's a new movie with Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, and Pedro Pascal. I don't know why I forgot his name when I was just talking about him in group 2 or group 1. I forget. But anywho, this is definitely giving Pedro Pascal, Chris Evans, and Dakota Johnson, The Materialist, where she meets two amazing guys, and she's kind of like, huh? Who? Why? It's like so hard. It's not going to be an easy decision at all for you guys. I'm sorry to tell you, but at least you have two amazing options, okay? Maybe you're going to get asked out on a date on the same day between two different people, and you're going to have to choose which one you want, and that's why you have to get laser focused to see which one you would want to go on a date with the most, okay? Of course, you can still date the other person as well, but when it comes to your next day, you're going to have to choose between a few people, or oh Lord, or at least two people, okay? Good for you. Group 3, please. One more card. How will this date come to be? How will they get asked out? What's going on here? And I keep hitting the phone. I'm so sorry. I have more than enough space to not do that. Relax. Okay. One more card. Appreciate you. Now, we have hematite. It's a cute little ball. It's corn. Let me stop. We have shungite. Detox your life. Wow. Why are all these like low-key hitting together? And we have hematite, ground yourself. Wow. Okay. Heard you. So your next date is going to be a decision between a few or at least two people. Okay. Spirit is like, hey, you're going to have to decide between these two guys, right? Okay. Detox your life, ground yourself, get laser focused, make a decision. Like, I don't know how much clearer I can be. So you get asked out on a date by two different people, right? Okay. And you're going to be like, I don't know who to choose, but it's going to allow you or require you to kind of look deep within yourself. So this can be like a very life-changing, I'm hearing life-affirming. Wow. This can be like a very life-changing, life-affirming kind of date. So it's pivotal for you, or very important for you to choose the right person, okay? Because it's going to change the trajectory of your life. Now, the next person you go on your date with could definitely potentially be a long-term partner, even a future spouse, that kind of thing, which is why it's important for you to just choose the right one and be done. Bars, we're rhyming here, okay? That's why you have to get laser focused, okay? To make a decision, to detox your life of all of these options and just choose one. And you're going to have to ground yourself, okay? So maybe you guys are like dating around or in that phase where you don't want to do anything serious, but low-key you may want something serious. It's kind of giving that vibe here. Choose wisely the next person you date, because they may just end up being your next relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, whatever you want to call it. And I'm getting a little bit of a headache. It could just be the tiredness catching up to me. I did not want to come to work today. I was so tired. Like bone weary. I'm like, should I call out sick? But I came. And I was like so full of energy for group 1. I was so excited about their reading. And then for this date, your date. We're going over your date. This reading here, I kind of feel like drained and tired and just like, blah. That could have something to do with your date, okay? Or that could be the potential energy of your date if you don't choose wisely or properly or correctly, I guess. Okay? But yeah, I'm getting a little bit like a headache, right? And I'm feeling like a little more tired and drowsy. So that could just mean you go on this date when you're tired after a long day at work, something like that, okay? Or you're just tired of the dating scene at this point. You know, you don't really have any high hopes, but you need to get out of that mentality and remain laser focused on your goal. If it's love, then it's going to be love. Long-term commitment, then it's that, right? Whew. Let's get into it. Let me get the energy back. I don't know where the energy went, child, but we're not going to do this. You may need like a coffee or something before this date, or energy drink at least, because you want to be fully present on this date, but just you're tired, you know, which is very understandable. So get laser focused, make a decision. Maybe this person asks you where you want to go, and that's like how they ask you out, and they're gonna have to figure out where you want to go. Detox your life and ground yourself. Very interesting cards. For how you make it asked on this date, what will this date be like? Not what will it be like, but how does it come about? When you're making a decision in your life to detox, you have to get laser focused. That could be also coming through when you decide to ground yourself and detox and take care of yourself and make better decisions for yourself. That's when this date comes about. That could also be another interpretation of these cards, okay? Or like another variation, I guess you can say. Now we're going to get into who will this date be with? Who will this date be with? Please. This date, my group threes, their next date. Wow. Why did I see the bottom of the deck and I'm like, no, I'm going to leave it alone. And then it came out anyway. Oh, this card was also kind of sticking out. I think this is the card that it was, hopefully. What will their next person be like? A liar? Excuse me. I'm getting that's funny because this came through for group 1 or 2, this card already. And I was kind of getting different vibes. For you, it's kind of giving this person, they know that you're always late for things. So they lied to you about the time you have to meet so you get there on time. That's high freaking hilarious. That's what I just got. So it may not be that this person themselves are like a liar, you know, but they may tell a little half-truth, white lies, you know. Anything else? Cycles. Interesting. I'm stuck in the same time zone. That song is coming through by Post Malone. I need you to say something. Something like that is coming through. Anyway, we have liar. I ain't calling you a truther. We have give it time. Be careful if someone's sneaky. This could also just mean someone in your energy as well. A friend, a family member, you yourself, someone's sneaky. But since we are going over this person, they could be a little sneaky. And like I said, every time I say that and I want to like give it a negative connotation, I always get something positive. So it was giving me how like, what was the example I was getting in my head? How someone would like, what was the example? Now I'm blanking. That's crazy. Lie about what he got her for her birthday, or, you know, what can I say? There was a specific example that flashed to my mind when I was talking about this. Like, lied to you that they didn't buy you flowers, but they got you flowers really, or lied, like something like that. It's like nothing, it's like white lies that are meant to benefit you, not harm you or make you sad, okay? That is definitely coming through. Yes, because they want to surprise you is what I'm getting. And you could be very bad at surprises or very good in the sense that no one can surprise you. So this person's going to try their darndest to surprise you. That's cute. It's like, no, I'm not going to be home until 10 o'clock tonight. Just for you to get home like hours before her instead of a beautiful date. And that's him lying, saying he wasn't going to be home before her. Right? Is that what I said? You know that you get my drift. I feel like they're lying to you for your greater good or to surprise you and make you happy in some kind of way. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm not going to get home until 7 o'clock tonight and knowing they're going to be home at 3 o'clock and they're going to set up a date and cook you dinner and all this kind of stuff. And when you walk through the door, you're going to be surprised. And that's like a surprise. Happy surprise. Surprise! You know, that kind of thing. Okay, now here we have give it time. Everything in divine timing, let things flow, okay? So I do believe this person like a very go with the flow kind of person. They're a little sneaky, mischievous, but they're also like a go with the flow person, okay? We have cycles. They could have gone through a lot of cycles in their life, okay? They could be a cyclist. They cycle, they bike ride, stuff like that. It says fate, karma, something ending and something beginning. So this is definitely someone who's brought in by fate. They do believe in fate, okay? They could have saw you coming before you came. This person could be some sort of like high priest or someone who receives messages from spirit, whatever one you want it to be, take what resonates for you. But it's definitely giving me that vibe. Give me a second. I'm trying to fix this headband. This person could wear headbands, okay? Yeah, I've been touching my head a normal amount in this reading. So this person could wear headbands. This person could wear like do-rags, hats, something on their head, okay? Something like that. This person's like always touching their hair, you know? Okay, that's something about them. And then here we have an air sign. This person could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So like a very talkative person. I'm hearing they ask really random questions. I'm trying so hard not to space out during this reading, so that could be something coming through for you or your person, but I'm fighting through it. I feel like my mind drifting. You know that feeling of like an out-of-body experience? That's what I keep feeling here, where my mind is like drifting, and it kind of like when you're about to fall asleep, your mind like disappears and leaves nothing behind but like, not space and time, but your body, and your like soul or essence goes somewhere else. That's kind of vibe that I'm getting here, and I'm trying hard to fight it. Maybe it's like sleep. You know that feeling when you're about to fall asleep, you're about to drop. You feel like your body's gonna like drop because you're gonna let something go, and it's like a weightlessness keeps coming in and out of my consciousness right now. So I don't know what that has to do with anything, but there could be something here about like walking, jogging. I'm hearing a big butt or something like that is coming through. Yeah, but I keep feeling like I'm falling, and I'm like, wait, I'm not supposed to do that, you know? I have to keep catching myself. Whew, that's funny, because that just led into a song. Every time I get ahead of myself, every time I get ahead of myself. Ahead of Myself by 𝐓𝐡𝐮𝐲 is the name of that song, I feel like. This person could be an ambassador for something. Just happened again, going in and out. This is weird. Like, this happens every once in a while. And I've been trying to fight my darndest, but it's hard. Like, I pause for a second and, like, drift away and then come back. I feel like I've been gone for, like, 20 minutes. I'm like, wait, I don't think it's been that long. Hopefully it hasn't, okay? I'm hearing that song. Give me the beat, boys, to free my soul. I want to get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. I'm trying to remember that song. It's a country song, I believe. Some of you could be country people. But this person could be a country person. We're talking about them, right? Stay on topic, okay? This person could be a country boy, country girl vibes, okay? And they're an air sign. We have fate, karma, something ending, just for something to begin. Interesting. This person could be getting out of the connection right now, or they're already in a connection. They're trying to get out of it because the girl is not making them happy, which is why, whoa. I just had the biggest, it's always one group. I wonder, I'll leave it alone. If it comes back around, then I'll talk about it. Okay, so back to your person. Focus. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So your person can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's something here about fate or karma being involved, or them believing that you're a part of their fate and their karma. Okay, that could lead to some lying. Okay. Who is this person? Please, Spirit, for my group. Threes. Who is this person you want to date with next? Who they go on a date with next? Please, Spirit, for my group. How many are these? I feel like these are too many. Or maybe not. What the heck? We have Judgment. Interesting. Okie dokie, we have Two of Cups. Interesting as well. Okay, let me get these cards out first. Maybe we can go in for more any other time. Okay. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I want to get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Look at what the heck we have. Wow. Okay, we have Indecisive Witch. Wake up. What is it that you really want? This could be something about your person having to choose between you and someone else. Because when I was talking about the whole what will lead up to this date, how will it come to be, and I was talking about you having to make a decision, I never took into consideration your person have to make a decision as well. Let's bring back out those cards for a second. We have Lapis. This is when you make a decision. So your person or you is gonna have to make a decision. But now that they're coming out as an indecisive witch, it's them. So your person is gonna be very indecisive at first about who they want to ask out, you or other people. Okay. Then we have they have to get laser focused and like kind of tune in. You know what I mean? Lock in on what they want. Okay. And then we have there's someone who could be trying to detox their life and ground themselves. Very interesting. I don't know why I immediately thought it was like something about you in the beginning of the reading, but in the beginning of the reading, when it's really them. So this person's like a little bit indecisive. Okay, they don't know what to do, where's up, where's down, that kind of thing. I love the fit they're wearing. Look at her little slipper, hot slippers, and her dress. The Two of Swords is wake up. What is it that you truly want? This person's still figuring out what they want. In dating and love, that kind of thing, in a partnership, which is very valid because it's like it's hard to tell people what you want these days. It's like I don't even know what I want. That could be something important. Getting to know what you want in your life. Here we have the Six of Swords, a traveler, which did come through in the beginning of the reading. Okay, all aboard, widgets, relax. A widget can be important. Okay, so I zoned out for a good, 5 minutes, or I don't know how long. I paused the reading, and I was just sitting here, and I'm just really tired. I feel like since I started again, I'm feeling more energized. But instead of you being really tired and zoning out, your person could do the same thing as well. I feel like everything that I said in the beginning of the reading could apply to them. Period, or as well, okay? But something here about being tired, they have a lot of responsibilities, they work a lot, that kind of thing, or they still want to see you, which is I love, because yeah, you busy, but you still want to see my group threes, period, okay? They're gonna have to make a decision of the where, the when, the how, where you're going, why you're going, that kind of thing, love it, okay? So a very decisive person, okay? I feel like there's a few other things that I wanted to say. And now they're gone, so maybe I wasn't supposed to say them. Interesting. They will plan the date. They're definitely a planner. But I'm trying to remember what I was thinking when I had the video paused. Not coming through. That's fine, I guess. It'll come back around if it's meant to. But for who this person is, we have someone who's always traveling, who's always on an adventure. This person could travel for work and they don't really know when they're going to be available. So which is why it's kind of like ground yourself, make a decision. They're kind of like, I want to see you, but I don't know when. And it's kind of like, okay, but I need an actual date because we're not doing this right now. You're not going to just pop up whenever you're free and say, I'm free today. No, we have to plan these things, which is why it's saying give it time. Maybe this person doesn't have time in their life right now for love or dating, but they will whenever they ask you out, of course, you know. Here we have Two of Cups vibes coming through, which is some people are like the pumpkin to your spice. This person wants to make it work because that's how well you guys get along, okay? Or this person is the kind of person to make things work if they want it bad enough, okay? That is that, you know, if he wanted to, he would kind of energy. This person wants to, so they will, okay? But Six of Swords is a healing frequency is what I'm hearing. So there's something here about you overcoming obstacles. I just forgot what I said. Guys, this is bad. This is bad. This ain't good. Because what's going on? What was I saying? Healing, turbulent waters, moving on. But Six of Swords is all aboard, which it's time to write a new chapter. This person could be on a new chapter of their life. They're trying to forget about the old one. They're trying to forget, which is why I keep forgetting things. I know what I want to say, but I'm like, oh, no. This person can be also very selective about what they say and how they express themselves as well. I'm hearing especially around you, okay? They want to make a good impression on you. This person could also just not know what they want as well. It could be as simple as that, all right? Because people whose minds are like jumbled up like this and very confused, it's kind of like, okay, what is it that you need from me? What is it that you want from me? And they can't tell you, you know? Okay, I'm seeing 2222 on the timer right now. But some people are like the pumpkin to your spice. This person's very easy to get along with. They have like a lot of romantic charm, I want to say. Like, you can look at them and see why any other woman or man would want to date them. You can understand that in them, but it's kind of like that means they have a lot of options, and it makes like you not a part of the competition, but it's like you're in the running to win over their heart. Just giving you like a rundown quickly. Because for someone to come out, or who they are, is to be a Two of Cups, it's giving they're in a relationship already, and they're going to have to make a decision to break up with their person and date you instead. Or there's something here about them already like living with someone and having to make a decision if they want to come live with you. Or what other examples I get in? Guys, your person is so freaking absent-minded. It's kind of annoying me now. Like, I don't think I'm that tired. I'm gonna like get quiet. Like, guys, send help, bruh. I would be fighting this person. I swear, I would be like, I couldn't live like this. I couldn't. Where did I leave off? There's something about someone that everybody wants in the Two of Cups energy, which is like who this person is, okay? A Two of Cups is like a very attractive person, someone's in a connection. So this person can be making a decision about you versus someone else. Boom. There we go. That's what Indecisive Witch is coming through as. Six of Swords. We're moving on to write a new chapter. Yeah, this person could have broken up with someone to date you, or they recently did, and that's why they're ending. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. And that's why they're ending a cycle with this person. Like something beginning, something ending. Fate, karma. Yeah. Wow. Okay. This person could have been dealt a karmic relationship hand, and they're like now moving on from that. So they've learned some lessons, okay? Who your person is, we have Judgment. Wow, I forgot about this. And that's fate, karma, cycles. Okay. We have Six of Pentacles, a very generous person. A very balanced person. I'm hearing very down to earth person. My group threes, please spirit, their next person that they'll go on a date with. Stop giving me so many cards. Bruh, we're not doing this right now. Y'all see how these cards are acting up? No, we have one, King of Wands. We love to see it. There we go, decisive. This person's very attractive, like I said. I think that's where I kind of got lost last time. This person's very attractive, and it's coming out under the Two of Cups. Exactly. Yeah. Very attractive person, okay. And it makes a lot of people want them. They're very much go for the goal, overachiever. I want to be the best. That kind of energy coming through with this person. Very competitive, very life of the party, very much in control or wants to be in control, very much action-oriented kind of person, okay? They want something new, they're going to come get you, okay? But it's kind of like, I love how we have the King of Wands, but we also have a Six of Pentacles. Like, okay, period, you better, right? Every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. This person's always handing out blessings. They're very generous. They're very giving, very charitable. This person can have like a lot of money, or they have like a very high social standing. And that would make a lot of sense if they work a lot and they're always absent-minded, like falling asleep on themselves, or just like losing their train of thought because they work too much and don't sleep enough, you know? Boy. But yeah. A coffee date. Could be something they enjoy with friends to catch up. You know what I mean? Traveling. We have the Six of Swords coming through here. The Judgment card says all the signs say that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. This person could definitely believe in like fate, karma, soulmates, twin flames, stuff like that. And it's happening again. Oh no. We're going to try to get to this reading, guys. We're going to make it, okay? And you know that makes so much freaking sense if this person was an air sign. That makes a whole lot of sense. Like, I don't want to say airheaded. That's not what the vibe is good giving, but it's kind of like absent-minded. They kind of go places in their head, daydreaming, losing the train of thought, stopping mid-sentence, that kind of thing. Airheaded, okay? But not like in a derogatory or negative kind of way, just that vibe, okay? Oh boy. Like, I'm trying to stay on track, but it's not giving. Interesting. So, anything else about this person coming through, Spirit? Because we need to move on before I, like, get annoyed and, like, just want to throw the whole reading away, you know? I'm trying to get through it. I'm going to get through it. I'm going to get through it, okay? This person could, like, have procrastination issues, where they get distracted and they can't finish anything. I think that's ADHD kind of energy. Oh, boy. They could suddenly get very quiet. Like, they could be like a very introspective, thoughtful kind of person. And when they could stop mid sentence or just like go quiet. You think, am I doing anything wrong? It's like, no, you're not. They're just like a very in their head kind of person. We're gonna leave it at that, okay? Anything else you need to know about this person? Very attractive, very good with relationships. Everybody kind of wants them vibe. Always traveling, like to discover new things. They believe in fate and karma, so they are a spiritual person. Okay, we have Six of Pentacles. Very much loves to bestow blessings upon others. They can have money and they're always giving it away or using it for other people very freely and willingly, okay? I'm here they have like a pure heart is coming through as well. And the King of Wands says, shine your inner candlelight bright enough for others to follow. So they set an example, which is why they're like giving very desirable. The Two of Pentacles, not Two Pentacles. What am I saying? And we have two Twos coming through. Two of Cups, Two of Swords, but no Two of Pentacles, sorry. It's like with the Two of Cups, I meant to say. If you're someone who's like seen as a standard of beauty, you're successful, that kind of thing, you're going to be seen as a catch, okay? I think that's all I'm getting for this person, honestly. This person loves physical touch as their love language. Okay, that's coming through as well. They love physical touch. They're very stylish. They're very stylish. Some of them have like wavy hair, curly hair, kinky hair. Okay. Some of them can be on the thicker side, the bigger side, the heftier side, the muscular side, whatever you want to give it, whatever you want to call it. That's coming through as well. And this is definitely someone you were meant to meet. The cycles here on the judgment card. Okay? Cycles and judgment. Fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. Okay, done before I split out again. Let's keep going. Put these over here. Air signs are also very intelligent. Okay. Now let's get into what the date will be like. What will the date be like for my group threes, please, Spirit? I just saw the Nine of Pentacles, so it could be very luxurious. They can afford it. I feel like this person definitely can. They have a good job. I forgot to say as well if I didn't say it already. Group three. Oh, we have the sun. Here comes the sun. Doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun. And I'll say, it's all right. Little darling. Okay, whenever I hear that song, I always get like a very vivid memory of watching Parent Trap for the first time. And I do believe that's the song or montage that's a song they play when I think Hallie is spending time with the mother as Annie, and they go to like a dress shop. And they're like playing that song while she's like trying on, hold on, give me a second. While she's trying on dresses, or while the mom is helping someone find a dress. Give me a second. I'm going to play the, okay, yeah. So the scene where Hallie is finally spending time with the mother as Annie, and they're like walking down the streets of London, and they're going to visit her shop because she had a call and it's important, that kind of thing. So it's kind of giving, I don't know why all three groups have been giving movie montage today. I don't know what about these dates are giving movie, rom-com, romance, I don't know. Because we have some rom-coms that go horribly wrong, and then we have some that go great. So I guess it just really depends. But with the sun here, it's going amazing, okay? And it's kind of like the feeling she's feeling of spending time with her mother for the first time. It's like a sense of fulfillment, happiness, joy, bliss. Like, you can't get better than this. You could be having this day out in the sunshine, okay, on a beautiful day during the day, okay, in a field in the summer is kind of what I'm getting as well. It says, give yourself permission to experience joy. You're feeling utter bliss on this date, okay? Everyone is happy. I'm hearing you're feeling seen, right? Which is why she has the flower in front of her face, and she's like kind of looking at the person and blushing. And we have the stars surrounding the image, so it's giving like, you know, bliss, or it's giving like, how can I describe it? Sparkling, you know what I mean? Things are going really well. Here we have the High Priestess, 2 Major Arcana cards. So yeah, it's going to be a really good day, guys. When in doubt, your first gut feeling can always be trusted. So that is funny how we keep having that come through. In the beginning with the first few cards, we had make a decision, get laser focused, detox your life, ground yourself, right? And then for the person that was coming through, we had an air sign, which they can be indecisive, especially Libras, right? And then we had High Priestess. Interesting. We had be careful if someone's sneaky, but that's not what I was trying to reference at all. Very interesting. But anyway, yeah, we had that energy coming through. It was the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords came through saying this person would have to make a decision. The Two of Swords, like having two great options, and they're both equally yoked, and you can't choose which one. But I do feel like this person choosing you, of course, was their best bet, because we have the freaking Sun and we have the High Priestess. So following your intuition and trusting your gut feeling is what's going to be the driving force behind this connection when it comes to your person and you, okay? That's coming through very highly. The Sun is Leo energy, so you're going to be feeling very seen, very applauded, very praised. Words of affirmation can be very important. I'm also hearing physical touch can be very important during this date as well. We have the High Priestess, which is Pisces energy, which is like you're going to be feeling very psychically in tune with this person, very at home, very peaceful with this person. And I do feel like I'm hearing your spidey senses are going to be tingling, telling you that this could be the one, right? I'm hearing you could be the one, he could be the one by Hannah Montana. So your spidey senses are telling you this person could be the one, right? They're going to be like music playing as well, because that song coming through during the montage, and I could be bad at remembering certain things, but the way Parent Trap is so ingrained in my childhood and my life, this could be someone's favorite movie. Someone here could be a twin. Your person could be a twin. You could be a twin. They come from timeline of twins. You end up having twins with them. I don't know, something about that. But just the way that Parent Trap is like such a core memory for me. I love how the song came through, and I knew it was the correct scene as well. My intuition was on point. Yeah, your intuition is going to be on point. Like, you knew this was your person. You knew this day was going to go well. They're glad they chose you. They knew it was going to be you, that kind of thing. They're glad they chose you over the other person, or you chose them over the other person, whichever one, whoever, whichever one of you had to make the decision between two people, okay? What will this date be like, please, Spirit? Now I'm more on. Your person just be tired and overworked, or you could be. Because, Lord, when I tell you my mind was like drifting. That's a scary feeling, not being in control of your mind and it just goes elsewhere. I will be fighting myself. I swear to God. We have beautiful cards. Oh, I love this. Let's keep going. What will this date be like? I'm getting excited now, right? I feel like things go so well and they're running so smoothly that even if one of you is tired, you shake it off and just ingrain yourself in this moment. Wow. We have beautiful cards here. Very beautiful. Love that. Judgment has come out in every group for the date part. This is wild. And did the judgment come out for who your person is? No? I don't remember. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good enough. We'll just take 6. We don't need a whole hullabaloo. Okay, so we had these flew out together, so we'll keep them together. We have the High Priestess followed by the Three of Wands, okay? And the Three of Wands is put yourself out there and you'll be rewarded one way or another. So maybe the decision wasn't between you and another person. It could have been between you and not going out with you. And they're glad they followed their intuition to go out with you. Or you're glad you followed your intuition to go out with them, because look at how happy you guys are going to be. We have the Three of Wands, okay? The Three of Wands is going after what you want unabashedly. You don't care what anybody thinks. You don't care who's around you. It's kind of giving lost in the moment with you two. When you're with them, it's just you two. You don't really care about anybody else, okay? And that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting when I was watching, or that's the vibe that I was getting when I was watching the scene from Parent Trap, where Hallie's like just so caught up in her mother and that bliss and that happy bubble that you couldn't tell what kind of car was passing by. You couldn't tell what was going on besides how caught up she was in those feelings of joy and bliss and contentedness, okay? She had been wanting to know who her mother was her whole life. You could have been wanting to find this love your whole life. They could have been wanting to find this love your whole life. And then when you actually get it, it's kind of like a blissed out feeling where you're like, you know, like when you're high on life or on love, you get spacey sometimes. Like, is this really happening? Am I really here? Like things are too good right now, right? You're too caught up in the moment. You're just like, you couldn't tell left from right, up from down kind of feeling. That's why I keep spacing out maybe, because it's like, it's just too good. Like, when is the other shoe gonna drop? Like, I really am just like in another universe right now. You couldn't ask me what shoes I was wearing. You couldn't ask me so who was sitting next to me. I'm just so fixated on this person, being in the moment with them. That's lost in this moment with this person. Wow. Okay. And once again, that song by Miguel and Dua Lipa was coming through, Lost in Your Light. That's literally what you're going to be, lost in this person's light. You're going to be lost in each other's light. Okay. Because the sun can't be here and it's only one person getting lost. Both of them. Both y'all are getting lost, okay? And I feel like you will feel like, or both of you will feel like you're auditioning for the role of a lifetime, okay? You've just made your big break. That's the vibe that I'm getting from these cards, okay? Especially the Three of Wands. You auditioned for the movie you could always see yourself in, and you finally got a call back, or you're hoping against all hope that you get the call back and get casted in this movie. And even the dog is happy, you're hopeful, you're happy, and then we keep having these like sparkles, the stars in the picture, making it like hazy and too good to be true kind of energy, you know? That's the vibe coming through very heavily for you guys. Like, I almost feel bad putting the cards up here, but we got to keep going. We have the Hierophant card coming out here. And the Hierophant, for anyone who knows tarot well enough, you've seen enough videos, it's the commitment card. It's the long-term commitment card. It's the marriage card. It's the stable structure card. Someone who has a good head on their shoulders, someone who is mature, someone who may have a good high-profile job, someone who's good at coming up with solutions for hard problems, someone that people confide in, someone that you can confide in. It's kind of like giving confidant, right? How you tell this person your deepest, darkest secrets and everything about you, and you feel no shame, okay? Telling them these things, embarrassing things, it doesn't matter because you're just caught up in this delirium. I'm hearing that song. I love the way you scream my name. I'm lights off when cameras are flashing. Reaction. Got no shame. No Shame by 5 Seconds of Summer. I love the way you screaming my name. So it could be screaming. It could be a concert. I was getting that vibe actually because I was saying music and outside in summer. It could be a festival. It could be a concert. It could be a artist performing in the park, something like that. That is important here. But it could also mean that you end the night screaming this person's name. It can be as simple as that. Okay. The Hierophant is Taurus energy. The Sun is Leo. We already went over that. And the High Priestess is Pisces. So those signs could be significant. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus as well. And North Node is what I just heard as well. And it says tradition is important, but it doesn't have to be everything. There's something here about you guys having a lot in common when it comes to what you want in a connection, what you've been looking for, how you want to settle down. Shut your ass up. Confirmation, though. I'm sorry. Loud sounds upset me. So whenever they happen, I'm like, just be quiet, shut up. But that's confirmation. I had to turn on the speaker to hear the song in the movie to make sure it was the proper scene, and I left it on. But anywho. Wow. And I love how we also have a hierophant in front of two people again making a decision. Are you going on a throuple date? I've never heard of that before. That's kind of interesting. Go on a date with two people in the same date, or two people in the same setting, sitting, and you're just like, which one do I like more? That would be quite wild. I wouldn't put it past anybody, and I wouldn't say it's too out of the box or too crazy, but that could be what's coming through for you guys here. Okay. But we have the Hierophant, and it's kind of like everything you did when you were a child, they did to you. The things you want to do when you have kids and have a family, they want to do too. They want to be married and have a destination wedding in Greece. So do you. Like weird coincidences, right? This is also, you can get married on this first day. If you guys get drunk and go to Vegas, y'all better stop playing. The Hierophant is who's marrying the two people. He's a priest. Okay? So that could be something. You go on your first date to a church and get, I don't freaking know, you get counseling on your first date. This is funny. You go to church on your first date. That could be something coming through as well. Interesting. This could be someone you met at church. But you're going to have a great time, guys, on this next date. It's going to be great. We have the Judgment card, and the Judgment card is another reiteration of, like, fate, destiny, something that was supposed to come, fated events, stuff like that. And we got that a lot with this Cycles card here. Fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. Okay, so it's going to be a beautiful new beginning for you guys in your dating life and a connection. This clarifying the High Priestess, something you saw coming, but you may not have known when it was coming, who it was going to be, but it's something you heard other readers say it's going to be coming in really soon. And then when it comes, and you're going to be like, oh, that's what they were talking about, right? Something about a recalling of, oh, or just like past life vibes, where it's like, I feel like I've known you before, you know what I mean? There's something here about a remembrance of some kind, you know what I mean? Where you're talking to someone, it's kind of like, wait, have I been in this exact moment before? Like, I had a dream about this. Oh my gosh. Like, you know, stuff like that is coming through very heavily for you guys as well. And it says all the signs say that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. My heart. I can't. The warm, fuzzy feelings, all of it. And I feel like there's nothing here like overly, you're not going to be romanticizing this date at all. It's just things feel right, okay? For group one, I was like, oh my gosh, my heart and all the warm, fuzzy feelings. This has the most warm, fuzzy feelings out of all the groups, but there's something here about me still being very present and realistic about it. I'm not getting lost in it. So you're going to be like, okay, this is still just the first date. Let me relax. I may feel like I've known this person. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get too crazy right now. I'm not going to, what is it saying? Not get too big for my britches, but I'm not going to get lost in this feeling. Yeah, I'm not going to be planning my future kids with this person. Yeah, I'm still going to be very present in this connection. I don't want to forget this moment when I met my future person, you know? Okay. You're being very, like, mature about it, I guess is a way to say it, okay? Realistic is another word, okay? Here we have the Three of Pentacles, and we also have another third-party situation coming through here. And it's clarifying the Three of Wands. Wow. Are you guys in a throuple situation? Y'all better than me, because I can't share. I promise you that. I promise. One thing about me, I don't like sharing. I will literally start fighting and swinging, okay? You're not going to invite me on a date with some other person and expect me to be cool with it. Huh. I wish the person would. Here we have, what's the saying? Teamwork makes the spell work. There's something about you getting along so well. I'm hearing there's laughing, there's joking, there's playing, there's fun, there's blushing, there's touching. Oh my God. It just seems like it's easy. There's an ease here. It's too easy. Like, wait, are we sure? Like, we haven't met before. Like, I don't know you. Like, what? You know? There's just an ease and an excitement. This is beautiful. I love this. Okay, where? in a garden. Okay, this is kind of giving me like an opening to a church. It's like a non-traditional date, even though we have a Hierophant come through here. Or it could be traditional. It could be dinner and a movie. Okay, or it could be walking in the park, holding hands. I'm hearing sunset, so there could be something here about you guys being outside in the morning time, in the afternoon, and then like watching the sunset together. Because this is kind of giving sunset vibes here. If we're being honest, look at the colors behind here. It's like giving sunset, right? And it's kind of like this could be something you wished for when you were younger. Like, oh my gosh, the way Hallie had wished to know her mother in the Parent Trap, and then she finally got to know it. It's like, like she keeps looking up at her and smiling, and she's just like skipping down the room, like everything's happy. This could be a date, a dream date, like something that you've dreamt of having, or a date you've written down, literally. I'm hearing cataloged somewhere, or logged it in a dream journal or a manifestation journal somewhere, saying, I want to go spend the day with someone, like the whole day. I want to go out early in the afternoon, hang out, go see a concert, walk the park, get to know each other, coffee, lunch, brunch, whatever you want it to be. Go to a show, watch a show, then leave the show, come out, watch the sunset, hold hands, walk on the beach, walk in the park, something like that. Then we're looking at the stars together. We spend the whole entire day together, right? And then it's nighttime. We don't want to leave. You have a nightcap, something like that. You want to go for a drink. Sure, you want to get coffee before we leave. Like, there's an energy of not wanting this to end ever, okay? And I don't blame you, because it's so good. It's so pretty. This is just like, we're married now. Where are you going? Exactly. Like, use my man. Use my woman after this. You better not go on a date with another person, okay? So I ring your neck. Let me stop. That's the vibe that's coming through here. Okay. Three of Pentacles. Interesting. I'm hearing you could meet this person's friends on this date. Like, they can invite you to a concert or a comedy show. It's kind of giving me those kind of vibes, right? And you meet their friends, you meet their family on the first date, something like that, where there's something about being invested. The Three of Pentacles is kind of giving me work situation, work friends, working together, I'm hearing scripting or creative dating. I've never heard that before, but we're making it up on this video, where they choose one thing to do, then you choose the next thing you guys do, and the whole day is spent you guys alternating things you want to do together. And you're watching the sunset along the way. Okay, let's get the next cards coming through here. This is just beautiful. It's going to be very romantic in like a very realistic kind of way. I don't know how much you wanted to say that. You may be someone who's very realistic and you don't get warm, fuzzy feelings, but you're definitely going to get some here. But you're still going to keep a tight rein and be very realistic, right? Okay. Please, Spirit, we have anticipation. These cards are blowing my mind. I want to see this one. Any other ones? I'm being called to this one. I want this one, and this is coming out too. Okay, that's it. Like, I'm excited. This is gorgeous. Okay, we have anticipation. There's going to be some anticipation here for sure. And look at how we have outside seating. Yes, I'm hearing movie in the park as well. Because in New York, they have like summertime showings in the park or on rooftop theater, rooftop cinema. That could be coming through as well. You could be watching Parent Trap. Because the thing about the rooftop cinemas in New York, I'm not saying you're going to be in New York, but they show back in the days movies. I know there's going to be one soon with Practical Magic. I'm trying to go to that one, right? But they have like back in the days movies on the rooftops in summer. The seats kind of look like this, and we all just come together under the nighttime sky and watch a movie. Like, you go from being outside and going to a show to spending the nighttime on a rooftop cinema watching your favorite movie. And it could be something serendipitous like that, where you guys didn't plan to go to a rooftop cinema, but you do. And you pass by and say, yeah, we should go and watch it. And the showing or the movie that's going to be playing is both of your favorite movies, and you didn't even know. Picturesque, beautiful, gorgeous, okay? The next card we have here, I think I might have gotten too many, but there's just too many here. We have memory. Yeah. There's something here about you knowing them. Look at how we have two people walking in the city. Oh, this is so cute. We have two people walking in the city, guys, okay? Man, woman. And like everything is glowing around them. Yes. You feel like you've been here before. Deja vu. Do I know you? Have we met before? Have we done this before in another life, in a dream, somewhere? Wow, beautiful. Here we have isolation. There is something here about you guys spending all the time by yourself. Like, I don't know where this Three of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles just be you work well together. You know what I mean? You have a lot of things in common. You work at the same job, you realize, or you work a few blocks away from each other and didn't know this whole time. You live a block away from each other and didn't know this whole time. That kind of thing can be coming through. But Three of Pentacles is just like you work well together. Or you have like a similar job, something like that. Now, the next card we have is preparation. Yep, there's something here about preparing for this date, okay? This person came prepared, okay? They came prepared to give you the date of your life. And so did you. Y'all weren't playing. Y'all don't play when it comes to each other already, okay? The next card we have is teamwork. Wow, coming through again. This is crazy. What's the saying? Work makes the dream work. Yeah, it's gonna be a collaborative date where you guys both decide what you're doing at the same time, so everybody gets a say, okay? But teamwork, we love to see it, okay? And then even in this teamwork, we have two people with different backgrounds. We have a crow, and then we have like a hawk-y kind of thing here, where it's like two people who are different, but they're making things work together. And the last card we have here is distraction. This kind of came through in group 2 as well, so some of you can be from group 2. But we have distraction coming through here where you guys are going to be distracted by each other is the vibe that's coming through, right? In this card, we have a crow distracting the dog so this other crow can steal food from the dog. Eating outside could be something coming through as well. But this is mostly just giving me you're going to be distracted by each other, you know? No one else is going to be able to kind of like get in or infringe or distract you guys from each other. It's like we're here, we're in our own little bubble, like I was saying earlier, okay? But this anticipation being the first card, this is juicy right there. I love that. Okay, so we're gonna leave. There could be also something here about like golden retriever energy because we have a dog, loyalty already, right? Like I said, it's gonna be like a little bit of a possessive energy, but we're still being real. Like, okay, I know I just met you, but I'm ready to, like, are we done now? Can we get married today? Like, that's it, that kind of thing. It could be said jokingly or seriously. It depends on who you are as a person, right? Who you're dating as a, you know. But wow, this is gorgeous. And look at in the High Priestess, I'm seeing how we have like all the cycles of the moon coming through there. So it's like it's gonna be like I said, a process, a whole day thing is the vibe that I'm getting from you guys. Hopeful, beautiful, gorgeous, expansive. You're gonna be planning another date before this date is over, is what I'm getting as well. Okay. I'm also getting a little bit vibe of what is it called? I think the it's called Dogfight. Is it called Dogfight? There's something here about that coming through. I think it's like a Broadway play, but it's also a movie about how like military guys come back from service, they go to a bar and like choose the ugliest girl and take her out on a date, and they're playing, it's like a game they play with her. But in that specific movie, that I feel like I watched a movie, but it's like also a Broadway musical that has one of my favorite songs ever, which could be why it's coming through. First Date Last Night from, I think it's Vodka. Let me look it up. Okay, so it's a movie from 1991, and it says, before leaving to fight in Vietnam, a group of teenagers play a game where they try to seduce the ugliest girl they can find. And that's what's called a dog fight, because it's like they try to find the ugliest girl and see if they can seduce her. Very ghetto. It's a cruel, it's an event called dog fight, which require Marines to bring unattractive dates who will be judged for their what? Now I'm curious. I'm pretty sure unattractiveness, which is just disgusting, but hey. Where is the synopsis? Come back. Bruh. Okay. Yeah, who will be judged for their ugliness, okay? Why they call her frumpy? Eddie encounters a shy, frumpy girl named Rose, whom he brings to the dog fight, but finds himself falling for as the night goes on. And she ain't even all that frumpy. She gorgeous, so why they lying? But anywho, that's coming through. Okay, and it features River Phoenix. I saw the movie, and I think I cried. I love it. It's very ghetto, the concept, but it was a really cute movie, okay? He was a troubled boy in the Marines, found this ugly girl, even though she's gorgeous to me, and they end up falling in love with her before the night is over. Yeah, exactly! Oh my gosh! Bruh, what did I say? They end up falling in love before the night is over. Boom, shakalaka, mic drop. Exactly, that's it. But it's also, there's a song called First Date Last Night from the musical Dogfight that I think was adapted from this movie. And that's coming through. One of my favorite songs, Broadway songs ever, is from that movie. I'm trying to find the song right now. Give me a second. The musical numbers. First Date Last Night is my favorite. Where is it? It's really, it's a bit in there. It's in Act 2. Okay, let me get the song. Okay, so if you're from group 2, you're going to get a kick out of this, okay? So it says street lamp. Street lamp is very important for their reading. So if you're here from group 2, there's confirmation again. It says street lamp, dim glow, a light up like a night like summer snow. So summer is coming through, like I said. Well, let it pour. Just cover up whatever came before. Sea breeze whips through. The beach could be coming through as well. And makes you do some ish you'd never do. Talking queer. Why the hell are you still here? I don't know why I decided to come. I don't know why I decided to come. Meet me halfway. A touch and go of don't know what to say. Do we talk? Don't expect too much. Just walk. That's what I was saying. You don't expect too much, but it ends up being much anyway. If you twisting lemons into lemonade, you'd be sleeping, you'd be drunk if you had stayed. And you might miss any good that could come after this. First date last night, not quite what you pictured, but all right. So take her out, give her a shot, because people can surprise you or not. So you are going to be surprised by this date. I don't know why I love the song. It's the way they sing it. It's gorgeous, okay? But street lamp, dim glow, a light up like a light up like a night like summer snow. Okay, so this could be a date in the winter as well, okay? But that's coming through. I'm going to leave you a reading. And then we have snow coming through here as well on this card, if you can see it. We also have summer coming through. So it's going to be different for everyone. It depends when you find this video, I guess. But I hope this reading resonated. It's almost going to be an hour long. I'm sorry, but also not. We need to get what we need to get. If it resonated, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, share as well. If you would ever like a personal reading, you could always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye.